I want to breathe away from the mic because it will sound gross.
Oh, yeah. That's yeah.
Oh, it's recording now?
Yeah, now we're
okay, because I see the little... Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
so now we're live. Yeah. All right, well, here we
do a... will this be in it? Do you do a cute, preamble,
I can. Sometimes if it's good, I'll keep it in.
I don't know if this is good, but... okay, you can go.
Well, here we are, episode... I think we're on 7.
Yeah.
Maybe 6?
Have you abandoned an episode yet?
What do you mean?
Have you done an episode and been like, oh, that's not good?
Oh, I have, and then I just do more.
Well, are you counting those?
Yeah.
Okay.
If one doesn't count.
So you've uploaded...
I've uploaded 8, because I have a bonus one. Because last time I did it with you, the sound was not great, so I put out a bonus episode.
Oh, okay, so no one even... What was the reaction to the episode I was on? Was it nothing?
Everyone seems to just like it, but then no one, actually does anything.
Yeah. Well, I think it's oh, that's a cute... people you know?
It's most people I know, yeah.
Oh, then they're like, oh, that's a cute idea, but I'm not going to listen to it. It's on YouTube?
Yeah, and SoundCloud. I'm going to put it on iTunes soon. Okay. Figure that out.
Because if it's on iTunes, I'll subscribe to it. I won't listen to episodes. I won't listen to episodes I'm on. Definitely not, but...
Well, see, that's my thing, too, is I don't really listen to podcasts that are not on iTunes.
Yeah, so, it's just a pain for me to
use it.
Get through. Yeah, how long is an episode for you?
Whatever. Sometimes a couple of ones I've done by myself for 40 minutes to 59.
How many have you done by... How many
2?
Guests have you had? Just me and Mike?
Just you and Mike.
Okay. So it's
Well, because the first one I did with Mike, I wanted to do a test of 2 microphones. And then you were just around, so I did you too. And now this is the first one I've done with 2 microphones with the new setup.
Oh, right, because it's new.
So I want to just make sure, before I ask strangers, hey, why don't you come and talk to me?
Is this the first time you've used these mics?
Second time I've used the mics. First time I've used the whole setup.
Okay. And what do you mean you're going to ask strangers?
Not strangers, just people I know that are not, people that are living in the house.
Yeah. We could have Mike and Ben on an episode.
I want to, but this...
Well, we would share the mic.
Yeah, that's how I'd have to do it, because...
Because this mic's pretty good that I'm not...
The mic is good, but the mic and headphone situation is almost $100 itself. This whole getup.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't need... We just wouldn't use headphones for somebody, right?
Well, see, the more people you add, I feel like the more headphones you need, because
because of 3 people.
You just start shouting over each other.
Hey, but I think if you keep it at 3, you'll be fine. Because generally, podcasts I listen to with well, maybe not 3, but generally there's just someone who doesn't talk normally. There's it's always 2 on 2 still.
Oh, right,
and then a third. I haven't listened to any episodes. I'm gonna look it up.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I need to narrate what I'm doing for the audience.
Using your phone like a bad guess.
It's called the Brain Candy Podcast. It's 2 women. This is how I found it.
Okay.
The one tweeted something funny.
Okay.
Don't know what it was, but then I read on her Twitter bio, she has a PhD in religious studies.
Interesting.
And I'm like, that is something. Yes. Okay. Let's. Yeah. If you have a podcast, I'll listen to it. And it's about, I think, pop culture or something. I haven't listened to it, but I'm gonna listen to the first episode, because that's I like to start from the beginning, at least with podcasts.
See, it's shitty beginnings.
That's the problem. That's the problem with even TV shows. It rarely starts good.
Well, yeah, a lot of things have to find their place.
Yeah.
The only one I've ever actually started from the beginning is the Dollop, which is the history one.
Okay.
And just because every story is evergreen, so it doesn't actually matter.
Yeah.
If I'm listening to something up to date, even though I think now their up-to-date stuff would be more...
I've listened to some podcasts, like Tom, Steve, Dave, which is the best podcast. I didn't start... I just started at, I don't know, the newest episode, and then I went back from 1 to whatever.
Actually, podcast is probably the only medium that I don't need to see everything of. Because a lot of them, it's there's several hundred episodes, and it's
I agree, and... Well, there's some podcasts... I would say Tom, Steve, Dave, it's kind of important, though, because they're sort of you gotta know who everyone is.
Well, I already knew who everyone was, so I except for Gidim and
no one knows
Sunday Jeff.
Sunday Jeff just works there on Sundays. Does
he actually work there still?
Yeah.
Oh, he does. Okay.
He's his real job. He's a mechanic.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then I guess he just needs some extra money.
Well, I know they're friends because they used to collect toys together.
He was a customer.
Walt and him.
That's how I think even Mike started working. He was a customer, and he was just befriended. Well, it takes 10 years for him to open up to someone. And I would get him working there. I want to go there.
I want to go there again now that
yeah.
I know that these people actually work there. I actually only thought like Walt worked there, and maybe like Sunday Jeff, obviously.
Mike work there. Gidim worked there. I think Gidim used to only work, I think, like 2 days a week when he started. Now I think he's there every day.
Yeah, he was only 2 because he was still working. What is his other job?
I don't think it's a job anymore with the new one. He worked at a racetrack with horses.
Do they have one like a Saratoga thing?
Yeah, and I think it's like / farm that he also worked at.
For the same thing? Or did they raise the horses there?
It's like it's his family's farm or something.
Okay.
I don't know, but like I think he got fired from that. But also maybe just.
Did he always get fired though?
He would get like probation all the time, or suspended a lot.
That's so weird.
For just doing stupid stuff.
He's such
you
a weird
listened
guy.
to the episode about his mother trying to kill him, right?
Yes, I did. That was crazy.
That's the best episode.
Because he was like, "Yeah, it's just gonna happen." Everyone's like, "What the fuck are you
doesn't
talking
think about it. Yeah.
That was so fucking. I love the Joey Fatone one.
The Joey Fatone one was great.
That was amazing.
Yeah, and I was literally that day before I listened to it, I was talking to someone about Joey Fatone, and they only knew him
because of the Hannah Montana episode?
I mentioned Joey Fatone, and they go, "Try the veal," and I'm like, "Yeah, that." He did.
Don't you have to know who Joey Fatone is though before you understand who?
She knew. I mean, because I wasn't talking to a child.
Oh, okay.
Someone who like NSYNC. That's the one he was on, right?
Yeah, NSYNC.
Timberlake one.
Yeah, NSYNC.
We know. I would say NSYNC, I was like the last group of people who would still be able to name them.
Can you name all 5 of them?
So it's Fatone, Timberlake, Lance Bass, and then other ones.
It's JC.
That's
it. He's the guy who did Chad. Who's the character from Fairly Odd Parents? My Shiny Teeth and Me?
Oh,
Chad,
Chip Skylark.
Chip Skylark. Fucking, what is his name? One of the guys in NSYNC. Is it that one?
Well, he's probably the one. I follow Joey Fatone on Twitter, and I think he started a hot dog business.
Isn't his bio, "I'm the fat one"?
Yeah, I think it's called Fat Ones, like hot dogs or something.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Maybe it's pronounced Fatone, and I think it's like in an airport or something. I don't know. Like,
really?
Not everyone can be Timberlake.
He has some of the most followers on Twitter or something, like some absurd number.
He's really. People just like him. Even like I don't know if people even really like his music. I think they just like him.
I like some of the stuff he's done.
Because like when this was a while ago, when he did the musical guest for SNL, he practically co-hosted it with Jimmy Fallon.
No, he was in everything?
Pretty much. Well, that was...
How long ago was that?
That was a Christmas episode in maybe 2015.
Okay.
Well, I can count. Okay, so that was 2015. 2016. No, it's 2014, because 2016 was... Ben Affleck's brother, who no one liked.
Casey Affleck?
Yeah, I don't know why they got him for the Christmas episode.
Because he had Manchester by the Sea coming
I know,
out.
but the Christmas episode's like a big episode. You gotta get, like... It's normally someone who's hosted a lot before, or like a former cast member.
Oh, okay.
Because the year before was Amy Poehler and Tina Fey.
Oh, okay.
And the musical guest was...
It was Chance the Rapper. It was Chance the Rapper.
It was Bruce Springsteen, though. Chance the Rapper, I think, was the bigger get. That episode, because he was also in, I think, some sketches.
He was taken off like right around that time too.
Yeah, and I didn't know who he was beforehand, but
really?
People were like, "Oh my god, I'm actually going to watch this episode because Chance is on it."
I don't like his second album that much. It's kind of whatever.
I never know who the musical guest is generally. Tonight it's Katy Perry with Dwayne Johnson as.
He said he might run for president, and I want that.
I said this: if Mark Zuckerberg ever runs, I will not vote for him.
Really?
No matter what.
I mean, he's what? I don't really like him that much.
I do not like him.
If
Dwayne Johnson runs...
Would you not?
I would vote for him. It's just...
He's the people's champ.
He's not going to.
He might. I mean, not now, because he's fucking killing it in movies.
He doesn't have anything. Like, as much as we can make fun of Donald Trump for not being... He definitely is the least qualified person to ever have it. He's a businessman. That's still more presidential than... I'm a wrestler turned actor.
He has a production company.
You know who could be president? Who's the guy, the NWA guy, who is also, he like acts and stuff. I think he has a vodka. Is it Dr. Dre?
Wait, NWA. Oh, I thought you were talking about NWO.
He was in that movie about the
wrestler?
boxer.
Which movie about the boxer?
Not Southpaw.
I was just thinking about that movie the other day.
Who was it?
Everyone forgets about that movie. Who is in that movie?
Whoever the rapper who was like his manager in that movie, he could be president because he does a lot. Why not president?
Wait, what do you mean?
Because he has a lot of. He's also like rapper turned businessman, and I think Why not? I don't know.
So, wrestler turned actor?
No, because Donald Trump, businessman turned reality star, which, rapper turned businessman, that would work too. Why not? Also, Donald Trump, his brand was more power, and I don't know if Dwayne Johnson has that.
I hear that he's cash poor.
Who?
Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Like, he only just has assets. He's not really like...
No, I mean, there was a time around the show where the big asset of Trump is the name Trump, which is why his name is on buildings. Not anymore.
No?
But certain buildings are changing it to Scion.
What?
Is like, instead of Trump, it's going to be Scion is the new.
Like the car company?
Well, that brand is gone. I think Scion just is a word people like. I don't know.
Why do they have the right to do that, though? Doesn't he own the building?
No.
Oh, he doesn't?
He licensed his name out to the building.
So you think the building is more...
Yeah, it's like, it's fancier if he owns it. But now, I think that brand is gone.
I think it has to, for him to be president. Because you can't have, conflicting...
No, that doesn't matter anymore.
Oh, okay.
No, that's the whole thing.
But the peanut farm.
He's definitely, this is a political podcast now. When he did the Muslim ban, he didn't ban countries where he has business ties to.
That was the rumor. Was that true? That's why he picked those ones?
Well, I mean, you can look at the map and be like, oh, maybe that's not the reason, but coincidence. Also, he had the new Trump Hotel in D.C. where when people are visiting, that's where they'll stay.
Oh, fucking, what you call them? Like, foreign people?
Yeah, like dignitaries or whatever.
Yeah, that's it.
He's taking a new trip, though. This is the big deal. He's going to meet the Pope soon.
The Pope?
The Pope. Okay. Now, this isn't like the Pope from Young Pope, our Pope. You didn't watch Young Pope.
I didn't. I figured Pope, you would watch Young Pope.
I liked the Young Pope
Seemed very
lot.
much up your
The
your
Pope
alley.
and the Young Pope would dunk on people. He would be like, boom, he would destroy them. The Italian Prime Minister visited him and he was like, I can destroy you and you won't win any votes because apparently in Italy, a portion of your salary or whatever goes to the church.
Really? You can't choose?
You can choose what it goes to, but I think it will go to the church. And I'm going to assume this statistic, 95% of Italy's Catholic. That sounds about right, right? But you can make it go to whatever you want to get to go to. I think it can go to the government if you want nothing. Okay. But it's definitely 5% or something, really? Maybe even smaller. And the point the Prime Minister and the show wanted to get rid of it. And the Pope no, I need that money.
What's that show about?
No idea.
Oh, okay.
He's so Lenny becomes the Pope, played by Jude Law, and he's young, but he's 47.
He's not he's
not the youngest Pope, but Popes are generally 60, 70.
Right, yeah.
But he's young, possibly mature-wise, because he is an orphan.
Okay.
And he has parent issues throughout a lot of it, and he has struggled with being the Pope. But I mean, that's kind of spoilers, but I think it's sort of in the trailer. The nun that he hangs out with, who raised him, who he brings to the Vatican, is he's a saint. He's done miracles. He is truly a pious person, yet he had the struggle. So some people view him evil, yet she views him as, he has so much potential. He is a saint.
Oh, okay.
And it lasted 10 episodes or something.
Because I saw the trailer and it looked like she was going to be the one confronting him. Almost she was going to be the hero of the story.
I don't know who the hero is. I don't know. It's a weird show. I might rewatch it. I don't know. It's so...
Is there going to be more, or was it just a weird thing they tried?
It's a foreign show. The guy who made it, who's well known, I can't think of his name. He was foreign. He's maybe. I mean, it ends on a cliffhanger, but at the same time, I think the show expected to... It ends with the end.
Oh, okay.
Appears on screen. I guess they could do more. There's still a lot of possibilities, but I think the show kind of is but if we end it here, that's sort of the point. I don't know. It's weird. It's a really weird show. I would suggest watch the first episode. If you don't like it, you're not going to like the rest.
Okay.
But the first episode...
Is it mostly political then?
No, but it's weird because it's Vatican politics.
Okay.
Which is very different than real politics. Mm-hmm. I mean, the person who votes for the Pope are just 70-year-old men. They're not all white. And just like, also, it's like he might have become Pope through divine intervention. Because in the beginning of the episode, in the first one, they're like, wait, who voted for him? I didn't vote for him. Did you vote for him? So, because he wasn't supposed to be the Pope. The Cardinal Secretary of State was sort of supposed to decide who becomes the Pope. And the guy he picked, Lenny, became Pius instead of Michael. Cardinal Michael something was going to be the Pope, who was Pius's mentor. I don't know, it's weird. Also, the show, I think takes a lot of liberties about the church. I don't know. I think it just claims some stuff. Like, a lot of the priests in that show are gay.
Oh.
Which, I don't know how true that is. I mean, you think about it and you're like, that makes sense, I guess. But not like a lot of the priests, but like one of our main characters, well, that's a twist, but one of them, and then, because Pius wants to be like, we need harder vetting process. So the men, he wanted to like almost hire people to seduce possible priest candidates, so to see if they would or not, because he was going to be a really strict pope with his thing.
Seduce them sexually?
Yeah, and see if they go with it, and then be like, you can't be priest. And that happened with one kid, and then he killed himself in the Vatican.
I know.
Yeah, that's a weird. He gets a kangaroo at one point.
Like the animal?
Like a gift, yeah. And he lives in the Vatican, and it's like CG, and it's weird and symbolic of crap, and a lot of symbolism in that show. It's kind of weird, but I liked it. I'll want to watch it again, but I'll probably wait longer.
It seems really weird, but it seemed like something that you would watch when I saw the trailer.
Yeah.
It was like, this seems like a Ben show.
It was really, I mean, I liked it. I mean, I want more. I had an idea for it could be I think it would be a play. It would be, but I think it would probably work better as a movie, and it involves someone becoming the Pope. And it was sort of the movie The Great Dictator with Chaplin. But instead of him being a dictator, he would accidentally like kill the Pope or something, like a janitor or something, and then he would have to be the Pope.
The Pope's not won by taking their head?
No, but like he would pretend to be whoever the current Pope is.
Oh, he'd just take his place?
Yeah, and there'd be humor in that or something. I was thinking it'd be like that movie would be. I don't know. I thought of it like the other day. Just like randomly, I'm like, yeah, I'd watch, and I thought it would work as a play, sort of like people running in and about. That's a boring thing. That's just what I don't know. We'll cut that bit out, because we also should though, because if it does, someone's gonna steal it.
It's true.
Yeah.
Just let the dog in, I guess.
Is that the dog?
That's the dog. Just let him in.
Okay.
Take your headphones off.
Okay.
All right. So tell me about your going back and Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Oh, right. So I'm watching that show, right? Is that like, what is the topic of this podcast?
Whatever,
is it like pop culture?
No, well, whatever.
Sort of. Okay, I coughed. It's a really good show.
What even inspired you to watch it again?
I just wanted to.
Okay.
I guess because sometimes I'm just like, I want to watch. It's sort of like an indie show.
What do you mean by that?
Like, it's not like super like fancy, and it's dialogue heavy, and it's not like any other show really. And I just wanted that. I wanted, like, it's not indie, but like it seems like it's really creator based and not so much like producers changing stuff.
It's technically a sitcom? Is that the...
Yeah, it would. I don't know. Yeah.
It's not... Can you have, I guess, situational comedy? I guess that is true.
It doesn't have a laugh track, but...
I don't think you need one for that. I'm not really sure what...
It's really... I don't laugh at many, like, shows when I'm watching it. Like, I'll, like, know it's funny, or even be like, that's funny. But I will laugh out loud.
Well, when you were going over some of the things you just saw, like when Frank comes out of the couch, like, that show's so good. And I forgot how funny that show is.
What's great is that it has the characters, and there's, like, rules to what the characters will do, but they don't really care about those rules.
Yeah, so they seem pretty aware.
They change it. I mean, I'm on the last season right now, and it could end. Like, you can tell they're sort of running out here, but I think what they're doing is really good with that.
Just like the playing with the rules they set in place.
Yeah, stuff like that. Episodes about the show kind of like the episode where they went back and recycled their trash, which was just old scheme ideas, like old episodes. So
was it literally like things they just didn't do in episodes, or was it actual like old episodes?
No, it was
redone?
The episode starts with them almost like saying lines, and Dia's like, "Oh, didn't we do this before?" And it's just they do. So in the early episode, they do a gasoline scam where they're gonna buy gas.
Oh my god, yes, they put them in barrels.
Yeah, and the price is gonna go up, so they sell it.
Yeah.
This time they decide, since there's a trash strike, like the trash men are striking, they will do the same thing, but they'll pick up trash. And they did it in a limousine to be classy.
Okay.
So that was like the main plot, and then those other stuff in between. I'm coughing a lot.
Oh, you're dying.
Yeah.
So you're almost done, though?
Yeah, I'll finish soon. If I really watch it, yeah.
Do you, like, watch it when you watch a show? Or because you were playing Mario earlier.
I was playing that just because, I don't know, because I wanted to play Mario. No, I'll watch it. I mean, I'm playing it, the handheld version.
No, yeah, no, you weren't, like, you know. I'm not sure, like, how you watch, because you watch a lot of TV.
I do. No, I'm probably, because I'm doing that, maybe I'm not getting everything, but I'll watch it again one day and I'll see stuff I didn't notice before. Like 30 Rock is a tough show to do that with, because there's so much visually and even little jokes that you really, like, even watch that show with subtitles, because there's so much coming at you verbally and what you see visually. Yeah, and so Kimmy Schmidt is back, so I'm probably going to watch that after I finish It's Always Sunny.
Well, how many seasons are there? 3?
Kimmy Schmidt, yeah. They just released the third one, so I'll watch 1 and 2.
Again? Do you want water?
Yeah, probably.
All right, we can break for a second.
Yeah, okay, I'll just...
It was 50 Cent. That's the guy. That's the guy in Southpaw.
Yeah. Was he NWA?
No, he's his own thing.
So I'm thinking Dr. Dre then.
Yeah, Dr. Dre also, I think, became a businessman.
Yeah, well, he has the Beats, which is...
Right. Well,
I don't know if those are still huge, but Beats are so popular.
Beats were given to the athletes at Siena.
Oh, that's like... Well, that's where your money went to. I don't know.
Like, you just get them. I don't think he owns them, though. I think Apple owns them. I think they're Apple products. His name's on them.
He's licensing his name, so he's making bank. That's all I'm going to say.
Yeah.
So I have this idea.
Okay.
And so I don't know if we were talking about something earlier. That's gone now.
All right.
We'll just edit that out. So this is the idea.
Okay.
And I got it. So I'm reading a book about a guy. It's called Car Sick. Look it up. And it's so a guy hitchhikes.
Okay.
Real life. He did it a couple of years ago. It's a newish book. It's John Waters also. And it's him hitchhiking.
Across country?
Yeah.
Okay.
I haven't really gotten into the book, but that leads to the idea, and I should hitchhike.
Okay.
I got a lot of free time on my hands from now until like June-ish.
When did he hitchhike?
Like 2012.
Oh, okay.
He did this. So it's like really recent.
That's real recent. And he was famous.
He's famous, which is, okay, so that's the idea. Do you think I could do it? Let's say I want to hitchhike. Like, I'm not going to go to California. That's too much, and I would just hate it.
Where would
Let's say like New York City, because I need to go somewhere where people are heading. Okay. I don't know where, because I can't stand outside the house.
You'd have to...
Because people would just bring me, they're like, I'm going to like Albany. That's where they would be going.
Well, that's the thing, that you're supposed to only go like so far. You're not going to get one ride. You're going to...
No, I know that. They're commuting to their jobs. I need someone who's like going to Pennsylvania.
Well, what you'd probably have to do is like look for... Or you could just go to like a rest stop. Or you take, like, say you left from here. You hitchhike from here, you go to the Guilderland rest stop, then you stop there, and then you find people from there, unless the rule is you have to be in, like, cities.
I was thinking, I don't know where to stand. I guess I could look it up. But, I mean, I don't know. Do you think that's, like, an ethical thing? People, like, what spurred it on to me, because I read this book. Well, I started reading this book maybe a year ago. And what made me want to reread it is I'm pretty sure I saw somebody down the road hitchhiking the other day. And the car in front of me picked them up, which is why I feel like they weren't hitchhiking. Cause like,
who picks up a hitchhiker?
Exactly.
I would never pick you up.
I would pitch up a hitchhiker. I think I would pick up a hitchhiker more than I would hitchhike. I think there's a better chance of that. If it's just one person, I think I would do it. Versus two.
If I had another person in a car, maybe, with me?
Well, that's the other thing. I feel like I wouldn't go with someone if there was more than one person in the car, so that doesn't seem safe. So then it's 2 against 1.
I don't know.
Well, here's the idea I was also thinking. Before I get in the car, I know the license plate.
Okay.
I would, text that to someone immediately.
Okay.
And I'd be like, oh my god, we're hitchhiking. Let's take a picture together. Boom, license plate, what they look like already. So if I die... But also, who's dying hitchhiking?
Well, because it's illegal.
It's not illegal, though. It's illegal, on the freeway. But, in front of my house, that's totally legal.
Okay.
So, I mean, that...
Why don't you just Uber from point to point?
Well, the whole point was I was going to spend no money.
Okay.
So we don't have Uber near.
We're about to.
Would that be 2 here, though, or would that just be, all county?
So the way Uber works is a lot of times, say, Dad's thinking about doing it. So what he would do is he would turn it on, maybe pick someone up over here. Otherwise, he would just drive till he picks someone up. Like, a guy I've had Ubers for was, he lived an hour out of Boston, but was working in Boston because a couple of rides took him there. So you just kind of pick it up and you leapfrog to a destination.
And it's a good job because you can do it.
You could Uber yourself to California.
Like I'm driving?
You drive and only pick people up. All the way down.
That's an idea, but I also hate driving. So that's sort of where the hitchhiking idea. And the hitchhiking, you meet people and you're like, well, you're weird. You picked me up. What's your story? I don't know. But do you think I would get picked up? I don't know.
Eventually you would, yeah.
I would. I think the problem with hitchhiking I have more is it'd be me standing outside for 2 hours waiting. I think it would sometimes take that long. And I don't know if I would get murdered though. I don't know if that's really a thing because generally people who murder you're serial killers they're looking for people. They're not I ran into somebody.
Well, no, I don't. I mean, the odds are probably low these days, but it's. I mean, you're at their disposal. You're in their vehicle.
You hear about the dangers, right? Yeah. Maybe now, but people are doing it in the 70s, and there's probably just as much danger.
I mean, it's probably honestly there's probably less because you have your phone, you have a bunch of ways to contact people.
Yeah, that would be a concern that I'd get robbed. Maybe
that would probably be more likely because
but I think it's more where I'm doing it.
Because actually, with the iPhone, we know where you are. You can have it set up so we can we could keep up. So if you
that,
you just stop moving for a while.
I wouldn't. I mean, it's probably a bad idea. I wouldn't bring money though. If I bring a card, I find an ATM.
Are you planning on doing your objective in one try?
Well, I don't know.
Do you have to stop somewhere?
This is all not... I mean, I get the idea. I feel like I would need a location to end to.
Well, yeah,
because I would need to tell them, I'm going to...
Where? Yeah, would you
I guess
do
New York City, because that's where people are going.
I guess, yeah.
Most likely.
I mean, you could probably get away with a Philadelphia or something.
I think that would be more fun if I'm going out of state.
Well, so much a little bit further. Philly's maybe 4 hours as opposed to 3.
But I feel like that's more... It's more likely for me also to go south or west than if I'm I'm going to Vermont, even though that's so close.
Yeah.
Very few people are going that way, though.
Well, I don't know. You probably could.
Well, what I could do is if I waited till summer. More summer.
Yeah.
Because then people are actually, going to Vermont and Massachusetts.
I think what would be more likely to happen if you don't pick California, you would get there in one car. I could see someone just being oh yeah, I'll just take you there. Yeah, I'm going here, but I gotta pass through there anyway, or something like that.
Well, that was my idea. I get picked up. I'm New York City, and they're well, I'm driving to Poughkeepsie.
How'd you get back?
Well, I would hitchhike back.
You would just hitchhike back?
Yes,
okay.
I don't know. I didn't even think. I guess so. Maybe I'll be 50 miles.
Unless your goal was to hitchhike and then live in that place.
No, because you can't bring anything with you, really.
It's true.
One bag. But even then, I feel bags are kind of dangerous because you got a gun in there.
Oh, that's a good point.
You never
Did he say what he brought with him?
He did have a bag and a sign that said, he was going from Baltimore to San Francisco.
Okay.
So I think it said something whatever the highway was on his sign.
Oh, whatever. I forget what that is, yeah.
Yeah. It's where he was going. Or maybe it said, San Francisco. But I don't know. Or I'd write, a funny sign. Mm-hmm. I'd write, doesn't have a gun. Or something.
But then he has a gun.
He might. I mean, I don't know. It's weird that was picked up, right?
Yeah.
You heard the dog,
it was loud.
Is it loud, or are these mics just picking up
Their mics are pretty strong. When you went to the bathroom, I could hear everything.
That's not good. I was coughing, too. Okay.
But is there a goal? Like,
no, just for fun.
Just for fun?
Just to see, like an experiment. Could I hitchhike? What people will I meet?
What could happen?
You could meet some weird people.
You probably would. I mean, like, people who would pick you up are going to be weird, I think.
Yeah, maybe. I would pick someone up.
I don't know if I would.
I think it's more where I'm picking them up. I would pick someone up near where we live. Would I pick someone up in a city setting? No.
I guess it also depends on where I'm going.
Also, what are they dressed? I was thinking a good place to... So let's say I'm hitchhiking at school.
Okay.
And I only want to go down the street even.
Mm-hmm.
The long street, though. And they're heading that way. And if I'm in the school apparel, well, no, I'm not a killer. I feel like that's a good bet.
You don't have a uniform.
No, but I'm wearing a sweatshirt, a hat, whatever.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
And they're like, oh, and I'm like, just bring me to...
The bus station.
Yeah, like the train station, whatever. Wherever they're going, just like down the street even. I feel like I could do that, maybe.
Oh, that seems
I feel like
more
that
likely.
should be more popular.
I think
I feel like hitchhiking should be a thing.
I think there were just crazy murders, like in the 70s. And so now people are like, you know what, let's not.
I don't know.
Because it definitely is a bit risky.
I think, I don't know. I feel like we should bring hitchhiking back.
I mean, Uber is kind of that, though.
You gotta pay. The whole point is you're not paying, and Uber is killing the environment more than hitchhiking. Because hitchhiking, they're going that way anyway.
But hitchhiking is killing the people. I actually don't even know if that's actually true.
I would... Show me some statistics.
Yeah, I've never seen any.
I should look them up.
I've been told it's a bad thing to do.
Who do you think is the killer more often? The person getting picked up or the person who picks them up? I would guess the person picking them up.
I would say the other way around. I think it's the person getting picked up.
But if you're a murderer, you would find a better way to do it than hitchhiking.
You kill the person, take their car. Off you go.
Oh, like when they pull over?
Maybe not when they pull over, but when they stop somewhere, or even when they pull over. Yeah, you just...
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like... like I'm not like a 20-year-old woman, like,
Yeah.
in a skirt. So like that, I would never do. Like they shouldn't be going out hitchhiking because that's probably dangerous. But I don't know. I feel like I should try it.
I mean, if you do it like in short bursts or like even just somewhere like 3 hours south or something, it's probably not the hardest thing in the world.
That's pretty... I don't know. I just want to see if I could do it.
Hitchhike back to school.
What else am I doing? That I could do, probably. It'd probably be tough to get to the exact location, but going down south would be easy.
Yeah.
I would easily go down to, probably even Westchester, yeah.
I bet there's a whole, like, community somewhere online that you can figure out. Actually, because, I got...
That doesn't seem...
I had a video recommended me on YouTube about living in your car. It was like this girl lives in her van or something. And, like, how she does it, and, like, where you can park to sleep at night and stuff.
I know there was an app. It was a website, and it was, it's pretty much like Airbnb, where you would rent out your couch, I think for free, for people who are, like, backpacking across Europe or something. That's where a good place. I bet Europe you can hitchhike whenever you want, and people are fine with it.
Well, yeah, I mean, Europe's pretty loose. And it's really cool. That would be a fun one just because everything would be so compact. Like, just going an hour in one direction, you could be in a different country.
Well, let's say I go out, 5 minutes that way. It's pretty country.
Mm-hmm.
Country roads, not too many cars. Well, that's probably a problem, though, because the cars are probably just like, I'm going home. But I feel like that's a good place. They'd pick you up, and you can be like, take me wherever.
I mean, it's an interesting idea.
Yeah.
It's probably more likely in Europe than it would be over
Very
here.
Difficult to do.
How long did it take him?
Weeks. I haven't finished the book.
Oh, okay.
I haven't even gotten to the road trip part.
What?
So the book is divided into like a couple sections, and there's the first part like an opening, and then he has two hypotheticals of the best that could happen and the worst that could happen.
Okay.
And I'm still in those fictional bits.
Oh, okay.
So.
Do you know if he succeeded or not?
Yeah, he's alive, and I know he said it. I think in the beginning, like I did it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Huh. Well, I mean, if you can do it, why not?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it would be. It'd probably be just a long experience.
Yeah, probably.
I guess.
So, we are coming into June.
We are coming into June.
And we're not June yet.
Almost June.
And with June comes E3.
Yeah.
Big video game time.
It's a big time.
And as the #1 Animal Crossing expert?
That's maybe, unfortunately, in the past couple of weeks, that's probably not true. I haven't played since like April.
But you probably have some of the most time put in that series?
Probably. Really, you know what? When they put on the expansion pack, that got me excited, and I played for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
I lost
interest.
The campground was cool. It was new. What it added though wasn't much.
Mm-hmm. So what? It's been a hot minute since those games have been a thing.
Yeah.
Do you think we're gonna see something? Because there's it's going to happen, the phone game.
Yeah. I don't know what the Switch is like.
Oh, I've held one. It's pretty cool.
No, I've like seen it.
Yeah.
It's just the Wii U, right?
Yeah,
they've ported the games pretty much, other than like that one Zelda game, right?
That was on the Wii U. You could play it on the Wii U. That was cross-platform.
Okay, so there's nothing new.
Really?
Yet.
Splatoon 2 and some of the indie games.
The Mario game's not out yet.
No, Mario game's not out yet. Splatoon 2 will be, and ARMS would be another big one.
I didn't even think they'd announced an Animal Crossing thing, but is that the rumor? I don't.
Well, they're gonna do the phone game because they announced.
But they like will show footage or something.
That phone game was supposed to be out already.
Okay.
And they delayed it.
They did say that would be the next app. So
yeah. So I'm wondering, did you think they would do? I mean, how long has it been since New Leaf? 2012.
You think that's too now?
No.
No way. But also maybe. I want to say it's been probably this June because it came out in June. 5 years.
Holy shit.
Nah.
5
years? 5 years?
I was working...
You know what? I will know because I send a letter to myself every year on the anniversary of when I started.
Okay.
And I keep them, and I want to say I've done it 3 times by now.
Okay. So we're 4 years in?
Maybe. That seems
right, because I was working at Huck Finn's, which was my second summer job.
I was 10th grade. I think it was 9th grade. No, that's too...
That sounds right.
When did they come out?
It had to be like 2012, 2013. 2013, I think. It was definitely that summer of like... Because I was working... Yeah, probably 2013.
It was...
Oh, wait, no. 2014, maybe? So, that's been quite a bit, though.
Yeah, but...
Going on 3 years.
I mean, I wouldn't count it, but they've done stuff since. They did that crap Wii game. The Wii U board game.
Well, like, obviously, they want to put out a fresh...
They did the Happy Home Designer.
Oh, yeah. Do you think they're just going to... What do you think will be in the new one? Would they just do the Happy Home Designer as
they go big? Because what they added with the new expansion, you can now do your home like in Home Designer, where you can do it with your touchscreen. You don't have to push.
Oh, right. Present. Yeah. The pick up and drop and stuff, yeah.
But something that I would love for them to add.
Well, do you want to have the system of that control from Home Designer?
Yeah, but it's not. It's better in Home Designer still. You can't put stuff in the middle of anything in Animal Crossing. You know,
it's not a.
It's still a grid system.
Oh, okay.
Home Designer, you can do it in between the squares of the grid. Oh, they could do Home Designer. You designed a school, a hospital, a cafe, and other stuff. I never even beat Designer.
Does it have an ending?
You do all... No, but maybe I should play it because it's kind of fun to design. This is what I want in the new... And it's in Home Designer. I want front yards.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah, I would.
I should turn the back room into a backyard, or attempt to.
Yeah, that's. It's never it's lame though.
Well, they have the one wallpaper.
They have the floor and the wallpaper, and you can get a hammock or whatever. But I would want that. So I'd want a big section of. I guess just maybe make it bigger.
Mm-hmm.
Your acres, maybe. Yeah, but they add maybe add a hospital. Add role playing in that way.
I think it'd be cool if they let you build a real city
area.
Yeah, because I thought that was cool with New Leaf, where they kind of let you have full control over your town.
Yeah,
but let me have full control over everything, my city.
I kind of like the main street though.
I like Main Street. But I do like everything being in one place.
I like that you get. They did. I mean, comparing City Folk to New Leaf, they did practically. They added so much in New Leaf. It's hard to imagine more for me almost. They added pants and
socks and stuff.
There were shoes in City Folk kind of, but they really did it. They let you decide. You're the mayor. I mean, There's so much more.
Oh yeah, you change your town seasonally.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm pretty sure the one room in my house, which I generally do with, so it's like, it's Halloween, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever. Or I'll make it a theme or whatever. I think it's still Christmas right now. So I just really have not played it.
It's a fucking damn shame.
Yeah. Summer will get me probably going more. Just because I like summer in that game. Which is the best season.
Well, they have like the fireworks in August.
Yeah.
And
There's not as many events, but I think summer doesn't need it because there's most bugs and I mean, I've caught every bug and fish in the game.
Have you hunt 100% of that game or close to? Maybe not all the items, but
not all the items, not all the badges. You know, that's sort of how you 100% that game.
I forgot that they added those in this one. How many are you missing?
A lot. Like, there's some badges for weird stuff, like how many dreams you've had.
Oh my god, I forgot they added that feature.
Right?
Yeah, I've barely used that.
What a weird. That's like what I would do, like when I've done it maybe like 20 times. You like go online, you're like fun towns, and sometimes they like have a plot. There's a really famous one where it's like a horror type town.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
Is there like a community where like people like you would know someone's name that would like make stuff?
Don't.
No, okay.
I don't think it's too tight knit.
Like it doesn't seem
I would
like...
sometimes do like you would swap codes to visit town, and people who would come to my town were like, "Oh my god, what is this? Like this is amazing."
Yeah, because every time I feel like you do that, everyone's town is like fucking the tent still, and like,
which is weird. But I think because generally people don't play it.
They don't play it that long.
Too long. But I've also gone to towns where it's like, oh, this is amazing. Everything's has its spot. I have a lot of, like, if I could do my town over again, there's a lot of like waste of space in areas. But it's kind of nice to like let nature take control of that. But there's quite a waste.
The town's supposed to be like a little bit of a rural spot, right?
Yeah. But you can make it not, especially in the new game when you can put up street lamps and stuff. You can make it more.
You only have a limit to those, though, right?
You have 30.
So you can't put a street lamp everywhere.
You can make it, but you can put patterns on the ground.
Yeah, and I know you have a bunch of.
I have that in
streets.
I have just a typical brick.
Yeah.
One.
But you have like streets though.
Paths,
I guess.
For walking, mainly. I don't have, because some of the public works are like street signs. There's a bus stop one, which I used to have the bus stop just because I thought it like looked cool, but I didn't have a use for it.
Right. Okay.
It didn't do anything.
Was it like the bus stop from what was it?
City Folk?
City Folk, yeah.
No, it was like a wooden shelter.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
And that was like neat, like, oh, it's a wooden like shelter.
Could you sit in it?
No, there was no sitting. You could stand in it though.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't.
It'll be kind of cool to do that and then have a big road strip. Can you have, I forget, can you only do the 8 patterns like at one time?
Yeah, but you can save them.
Okay.
But you can only have 8. So if I wanted roads and stuff, I would only be able to have, I think it's 8, yeah.
Okay.
Because the patterns I have saved are the patterns I need to use for my that's all in my town.
Right.
Okay. I have that little park area that has, which it's like a circle thing, so there's 4 of them, and it's like the pink brick thing. And then at autumn, it becomes an orangey thing. I would love a winter version of it.
Or with like snow on it?
Nah, just like a blue, maybe, and maybe some snow, and then a summer version, maybe a yellow would be nice.
So you would change that every single time?
I would change it every couple months, yeah.
Wow. How long does that take?
Seconds.
Oh, okay.
I go to the Able Sisters, I swap the patterns. I don't have to physically redo the...
Oh, okay.
I just swap the pattern.
Oh, you can only have 8 selected, but you can save other patterns.
I can save up to, like... Yeah, I will never be like, oh, I can't save this many, because I don't really care about the QR code patterns, and you can get outfits or whatever.
Oh, I actually did like that they added the QR code thing.
No, that's great, but I just don't really... I used it a lot more, because people designed cool stuff. Like, I think... Like, Nintendo even released, like, you could have, like, a KK one that had, like, tour dates on the back.
That's awesome.
Which was cool. And, like, people made ones that was, like, what Tom Nook wears.
Okay.
Like, that sweater vest or whatever. So, like, but also people, like, designed, like, fun stuff they liked or whatever. And you could get the face cutout board.
Oh, yeah.
And make that a thing.
Oh, is that customizable?
Yeah. So,
okay.
I had a Mario one at one point, and, like, I think I did, like, a Ghost for, like, Halloween, maybe, or something.
Okay. Oh, okay. So there's a lot of creative stuff that like the community.
You can really. The community has figured out like ways to sort of bend from what I think sort of was almost intended. Like, I don't know if it was intended to be able to put patterns on the ground to create roads and stuff.
Oh, right, yeah.
But they did that, and Nintendo has been like, it'll embrace that and be like, yeah.
I mean, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool like way to like make your town not look like it's a bunch of grass.
You can really make it.
Because yours looks like an actual like town.
Yeah, cute little.
Yeah.
Like it's like a park town.
Yeah, it's more like a park town.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually a lot. It's like
people live. Because, I mean, I don't care really where people put their houses. I like to keep the game openness. People are very, like, rigid. Like, this goes there, that goes there. I just sort of have it.
There is ways to control where
everywhere.
Houses show up, right?
You find, I don't remember how. But
because I remember looking that up. There are ways to be, like, control.
No one who I've ever really liked has moved into a spot, and I'm like, no. Well, I'll just kick them out.
You can just do that?
Nowadays, you can, actually, with the amiibo, because you get an amiibo to visit. You can now choose who comes through with your amiibo cards, and you can just kick people out.
Oh, okay.
Which is great.
And then just bring that person in.
Yeah, so I have all the superheroes now.
Oh, you finally got them all.
I really wanted, yeah.
What else were you missing in superheroes? You want Julian again, the unicorn?
Julian the unicorn, I don't have the card for. I also wanted the dragon. There's a phoenix, Stitches. I have Stitches, the teddy bear.
Of course. Why would you not want Stitches?
Stuffing. I guess I just want the fun. I want the exotic menagerie. So I think I had like 8 that I really wanted. So the 4 superheroes who are kind of... Now that I have all 4, I'm like, you guys are all just the same. Because I liked Kit Kat and Agent S. They were in my town from the beginning. Mm-hmm. Kit Kat has never moved away.
Wow.
Kit Kat has been there from day one. Agent S left.
Came back
with I got the amiibo card, brought her back. She can't leave. And then Big Top, the elephant, he's just whatever. And then there's the gorilla, I can't think of the name. She wears pink. I don't know. Rocket. And then, so Julian, the unicorn, I want. The dragon, the phoenix. Oh, the robot frog.
Robot?
That's it. Want him back?
I had him once.
Maybe him? Is it a she? I don't know.
I don't know if it matters. I think it's a robot.
A robot, but I'm sure it has a gender.
I actually think it's a boy. Oh no, it's a green. Isn't? I think it's a text.
If it's
text
that
box.
Would be weird if they gave it green.
Because the text box.
It'd be the only villager that has green now.
Oh right.
Special characters have green.
Maybe it's just blue. Weird. I don't know.
I think it's blue.
I haven't gotten it in this game. I had it in. Wild World.
I'm pretty sure there's a he. I had him in this town, and then he moved away without me. Sometimes you kind of know, like they're gonna move because you ignore them.
Right, and sometimes you can walk into their house and they're packing up.
Yeah, that's
and you can tell them to stay. Like
no, when they're packed up, they're packed up.
Oh, really? They're gone.
But what they'll do in this game is they'll be like, "I'm thinking about moving," on the 5th of the month, and you can be like, "Okay, bye," or you can be like, "Stay." Or villager, they'll be like, "Oh, do you hear? The someone wants to move away," and you're like, "What?" And you can be like, "Don't move." Yeah, but you can ignore them forever and they'll stay sometimes.
Well, if your town's like perfect, don't they stay longer?
Pretty much. There's no... Like, I haven't played, and I thought, oh, Kit Kat's going to move out, which I really don't want. Sure, I can bring Kit Kat back with Amiibo, but I want the house to be in the same spot that I've always known, and I want everything. Kit Kat was still there.
How long has your town been perfect?
It might not be perfect right now.
Okay.
Because... you can't leave items on the ground or whatever.
Oh, you
I do that all the time.
Okay.
Because, well, now I don't so much because since the expansion, you have storage space.
Like a storage?
And it is a lot of storage space.
Oh, fucking finally.
You can buy from Tom Nook an expansion in your house, and it's more than 100 spots probably.
Oh my god. Wait, so it's like a tangible place in your house, or does it just increase your closet space?
It's a thing you do on the touch screen, and it comes up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's bad in some ways, because I never have done this. I always go, one day I'm going to clean out the closet, because I have duplicates of items. I have stuff I just don't need.
Yeah.
But now with the storage space, I'm never going to do that, probably. And I'm just going to have stuff I never want. And plus, I use the mail as storage space, too. Yeah. I used to do... You can save letters. Mm-hmm. I would use that as extra storage. That's how badly I need. Now I don't do that. Because I would have duplicates of pictures of... Like, I have so many pictures of Kit Kat. Because Kit Kat, I'm just best friends with.
Right.
Clearly, because he's always there. So they'll give me his picture. He'll give you a picture for rewards, and like April Fool's Day, they give you the pictures. I have like so many copies. I don't want to like get rid of them because you can't get them back.
Can you give them to someone else? Is there not like a subreddit for like trading items? And,
yeah,
like, setting stuff up?
I don't really care though.
I don't know. You have all this extra shit.
I could probably make a lot of money with the stuff I have.
Do you need it though? Is your house maxed out?
Yeah, but you can never. If I do like public works projects, to get rid of them and build them, that costs a lot of money.
That's true.
And if I'm doing that so often, but if I'm not really playing, like I also have the peaches because you can grow perfect fruit and sell that in other towns. And I haven't done that in a long
Oh, so you would
time.
take fruit and go to someone else's town?
I think it sells 3,000 a piece.
Oh my god.
1,000? No, 3,000.
3,000? Isn't that like one of like the big beetles? One of the better bugs is like 3,000?
I mean, some things... I mean, I haven't like gone to the island to catch bugs. I mean, I've been sitting with
what do you need
the money I have for a while.
Yeah,
I get, I think like 10,000 a month through interest from
my
the
God.
bank.
So how much fucking
Which
money
is a lot, because I think you get like 0.1% interest.
Is this the one with the debit card?
No.
That was just City Folk?
That was just City Folk, and you could only use it at the Gracie store.
Oh, okay.
So no point.
So you still have to go to the ATM, pull money before you buy
Which is
stuff?
fine.
Yeah, okay.
I wish, and if you save enough money in the bank, I think you can get an ATM in your house, an ABD.
Oh, right, yes,
That's what it is called.
You can actually, because you can get like they give you the tissue
box.
box.
In your house. I had tissue box.
Got piggy bank,
a letter set, pictures of like Pelly and Phyllis or something. I think a postal hat, like stuff to do with.
It's like meaningless shit, and then you get like an ATM.
You get that. You get a briefcase full of money. Is one of the things.
Can you interact with it and close it?
Yeah,
that's cool.
I went to one town. Speaking of dreams, and it was like a drug town.
That's
it was like, I don't know. The guy was like a drug dealer. That's awesome. His house.
So
we had like the plants that sort of look. Yeah, they look like ferns. And he had like in the basement. My house has an evil lab in the basement.
Oh, okay.
And I have.
How's your house set up right now? So your main room is what?
You go in the main room.
I never know what to do with the main room.
Years ago, I wanted it to be. I don't remember the furniture set name, but I wanted it to be that. That was just abandoned. So that room is just stuff I got. You know, like the tissue box is probably in that room. There's nothing. I
don't ever know what to do with it because it's weirdly shaped and it's got 3 holes in it because of each wall or each room.
Yeah.
So I try to generally just make like a trophy room where it's just like, here's a bunch of the weird shit that I got.
My trophy room is in the museum.
Oh, right, because you can have museum spaces.
I believe I'm special enough. But it's the history of the town.
Right, yeah.
Which is just the history of
it's just,
yeah. If we go in my left room, that is the Gracie series. And that's probably the nicest looking room I got.
Does that rotate out, or is it the one series?
That is such an to buy from Gracie is so much money. I would love to buy the winter series from Gracie.
How many does she have? Just the 2?
The 4.
Oh, she's 1 for each season. Okay.
So summer is Gracie, which sucks because that's when I'm mostly playing the summer.
Yeah.
And I own it. I guess I could buy more. Winter is the fancy one. It's like regal. It's red.
Okay.
Fall is candy. It's the sweet one. Everything's candy. I don't really like that.
Like pink, right?
No, it's just candy.
Oh,
it's like little candy furniture.
Oh, okay.
And then spring is the princess series.
Okay.
We only really care about the Gracie series and the winter one. Regal?
I think it's regal. That makes sense.
I don't know what it's called.
I know what it looks like. I know what you're talking about.
My back room, you know the sloppy series? Everything it's tough to get. Certain villages have it. You can get it from the police station or retail. It's gonna be that, but there's also some other. It's like a fun room.
Yeah. That was
like maybe a ping pong table in there. I don't know.
Okay, that's one of my favorite sets.
But ideally, it would be the sloppy series.
Does that have like a floor and a wallpaper?
Yeah, okay. I think I have the floor and wallpaper, the bed, the lamp, the table.
Okay.
I could get more though. My right room is.
That's your seasonal room, isn't it?
My seasonal room, and then I have the Alpine series that then I did at retail to change the pattern for.
Okay.
And it's that. Okay. It's what it should be right now. Because I think I like it a lot when the room's set up like that. That would be my best looking room.
That's if there's not like a...
When it's not Christmas.
There's not seasonal furniture.
That's probably it, because I don't...
There's the Easter one and the Thanksgiving one.
Easter, Thanksgiving, and then there's...
They still do the acorn thing?
No, that's only in Wild World.
Oh, it's only in Wild World?
Yeah.
It was the first holiday I ever did.
You get the mushroom series.
Oh,
And you can get that from collecting mushrooms, but I don't like the mush
It's
series.
like the same thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
You got furniture from collecting acorns.
Yeah. But you collect... No, it's not a festival, though. It's just all throughout November you find mushrooms.
Oh, okay. And it's probably just gross-looking furniture.
I don't like how it looks too much now.
And then your basement is your lab.
Basement is an evil lab. It's such a big room, and there's not that much. There's like some other stuff in there, just like whatever.
I've seen people turn it into like arcades and stuff.
Yeah, that's a popular one. My back room would maybe be the arcade, because I think I have the arcade machine, like Mario, Luigi fighting.
Oh right, yeah. What's your upstairs room?
My upstairs is the home. Like it's it's like a study.
Okay, that's what mine was.
So there's like
one of them,
a fireplace, a desk, a globe. Oh, my train set. Because I love the train set.
Train set's awesome.
It's one of the best pieces. So it's like my fancy study.
What bed are you using for yourself in your attic?
That doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist?
I
thought it did.
That doesn't exist in this game.
No?
It's weird that I had to think... No. You press start in this game.
You can do that in the other ones.
Yeah, but this one, they're like, why would people go to their bed? That's just out of the way.
That's so sad.
I wish they brought attics back.
I always like that.
They don't do it though. That's and there's no
I thought there was. I haven't
the phone to like call.
Yeah, you call.
You
Rover?
don't. You just do Isabel in the beginning. Rover is so not used in New
Really?
and I like Rover a lot.
He's just there when you set your turn off, right?
Rover is there in the very beginning,
Mm-hmm.
and he's probably supposed to be the mayor. That's a theory. Because when you show up, they're like, "Oh, you're the man." And you're like, "I'm like, what? What is happening?" I just got off the train randomly. And so it could have been Rover. And you get a mysterious letter from someone like Mysterious Ender. And it's like, I was supposed to be man, but I'm not.
Oh.
Haha. It's you now.
Do you still have that letter?
Yeah, hopefully. Maybe not. I don't know. But he's an amiibo, so you can get him to like camp in your town.
Okay.
But that's about it. I'm pretty sure that's all. I don't think he hangs out at like the cafe.
Oh, right, there's a cafe now, yeah. There was.
Well, always, yeah. It's its own entity now.
But it's
not
thing.
in the museum.
Right.
Is
he still collect the gyros for you?
No, there's no point.
I've never owned. I hate them.
Even when I sell them.
Yeah. So you've completed the museum,
Well,
right?
what you do... Oh, my museum is, I have the museum model in I think, the history of the town. I should get my friend code. People can visit. The two people that listen who play this. Yeah, but you work for Brewster. That's sort of... You get to work at the coffee shop.
That's fun.
And he will give you gifts, and one of the gifts is a gyroid of himself.
That's amazing.
And that's in my club, the nightclub. You can switch out the gyroid.
Oh, right, yes, okay, yes.
Like Dr. Shrunken, and mine are the Brewster ones.
You have all the Brewster ones?
Well, they're 4, yeah. The tiny, the tall one, fat one, whatever they are. Because I just don't care, and I'm like, I might as well make them a matching set, because I don't...
That makes sense.
Because when you dig them up, they give you the name, and I'd have to put them in my house to see what they look like. And
yeah.
There was the spookoid, where they kind of look like ghosts, and I really like how they look, but...
That one makes more sense for them, too, because of their face.
I just
like
don't...
The big mouth.
Yeah, I just don't care.
What are those based on? Like, where does that idea come from?
It's like a Japanese thing.
Okay.
Or something. I don't know.
Because it's such a weird thing.
I've read it before. I think there's like creepypastas about it.
Fuck, of course there is.
Because it's like dead bodies, and when it rains, they come up because they're like shallow graves. Yeah. I don't know. I'm not like...
Sure sounds stupid.
Fully. No, it's not. I mean, it is. I don't like them, but I guess some people do. You can sell them. So no.
I know you can like set up to make like real music if you have them all set up.
Yeah, that's what they do. And they react to the music in the club.
Oh, they do?
Yeah.
That's fun. Does KK play the club?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the DJ Sunday through Friday. Saturday, it's acoustic night.
Oh,
because he's a sellout. He's a DJ. And you can buy his music, which if you played the old games, he used to not be okay with it. Like, they want to sell my music, but it should be free.
Oh, yeah,
he still gives it for free when you go to the shows.
Can you request any song?
Yeah.
Okay.
And you can, like, tell him your mood. You can be like, I'm happy, I'm sad, I'm...
Oh, so he'll pick one for you.
So he'll pick songs that sort of fit that theme. And if it's your birthday, or it's the Saturday before your birthday, he will play KK Birthday, or something like that.
Have you ever been to the website that plays the song that would be playing at the hour?
Oh, no.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah,
I don't know what that is. That sounds cool. I mean...
And it will just keep playing. It'll play the song.
What game is this from?
I have no idea.
I don't think it's New Leaf.
It'll just... But that's what you can just leave the sun.
That's cool.
And you could just pretend you're living in Animal Crossing because each hour is a different song.
Well, what I really like, and I think it might be in some of the games, but in New Leaf, the Christmas Eve music is really nice. Because they do it like holidays. Some holidays will have music. And the New Year's Eve one, the Christmas Eve one, Toy Day.
Yeah.
Is what it is, because they don't believe in Jesus.
Oh, Animal Jesus.
Is there? I'm like trying to. What would be the closest thing to religion? It should be me. I mean, I created that town for those animals. It would be in New Leaf. There's nothing. City Folk. There's that statue on the fountain that can come to life. If
that's right.
It. So there's that. Oh wait, there's a ghost in Animal Crossing. There's the Wisp.
Wisp, right?
He's a genie ghost.
Isn't he important to this the expansion?
He does amiibos.
Right. Okay.
So I mean that's
Isn't if you can't isn't he can show up somewhere or something?
So if you have the villager amiibo,
you
put it on and he's like, oh, that's weird. Well, I'll give you something and he'll be camping instead of the villager.
What does he give you? Like what is his set?
Like you can get a villager statue.
Oh, okay.
I think like some like Nintendo related item.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you have that amiibo?
Yeah, the villager. Yeah, I have villager. I have
like the Smash one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is
That's the only one, right?
Yeah.
Because there's the specific Animal Crossing amiibos, and then there's because the Smash ones have different bases.
Yeah, it doesn't. The box is even different shaped because when I have them, it's different.
Oh right, because you keep them in you don't keep it in the box, though. You keep it in the plastic shell, the clam shell.
Well, yeah, because I want to use the amiibo.
Right. Yeah.
So, and the box is not like you can open it and put it all back together.
No, you just keep the plastic part.
So it doesn't dust and snap in half, and I can just sort of do whatever. And it's actually set up, I don't even have to take it out of the plastic. They should never be touched again. Pretty much. I don't own all the amiibos.
Which ones are you missing?
Like the owls.
Oh, both Blathers and whatever.
No, I think I have Celeste. Timmy and Tommy have an amiibo I don't have. The other Isabelle one.
The winter one?
I have winter.
Oh, no,
Isabelle. I
there's a
don't
summer
have
one?
spring, summer, and Isabelle. I mean, it'd be the same thing, but...
Right, just... You have it all.
I've seen a couple. I don't know. I can't think.
The Isabelle plush has a bell on it.
What?
The Isabelle plush.
The Isabelle plush I have. It has a little cute little bell. I wish the amiibo had it.
What's the other one I got you? Blathers or something?
I have a Cap'n one.
Cap'n, that's what it was. That's
I'm missing the Cap'n amiibo. No, I don't know. There was a Cap'n amiibo. Oh, Lottie, who is from
Happy
Home Designer.
He's the otter or something?
Niece of Lyle.
What are they? Are they otters?
They're otters.
They're otters? Okay.
Yeah, so I'm missing a couple others, maybe. I don't know which ones.
Some of them are really hard to find.
I can find them all on Amazon.
Well, yeah, like if you're going to like a store, because like
they probably. I mean, I've gone to. You know what? Now it's tough to find is the cards.
Oh yeah, you can't. No store has them.
They're just not a thing in America. I mean, I found them. I think I found one package once at FYE.
Yeah, I was there.
And
it
was like $2.
And she was very confused, right?
And she's like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, she had no idea what it was. She didn't know what Animal Crossing was.
She did or did
I think
not?
I explained it to her. I'm like, oh, it's sort of like Disney Infinity. And she's like, oh, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Because
that's basically what it is, yeah.
That's what amiibos are,
yeah.
Right?
It's Toys to Life, yeah.
Yeah. And I went to GameStop randomly, and they did have the cards. But they were the cards for camping, not just the random...
Oh, you want like the sets of cards? Because is there a card for every villager?
Yeah, I believe so.
So you want those ones, though?
Well, yeah, because I want to open it and be like, oh, I found one of...
Can you go to Amazon and buy specific cards? Okay.
Some are like $10. Wow. Which is... No, I'm not
so
doing that.
That's almost better to buy pack,
I think
right?
I bought Agent S for like $2 off Amazon, which is like fine.
So people like sell them like trading cards.
Yeah, but
I wish you could go to a card shop.
I bet it's not really big enough, though.
I wonder if you could. I mean, $10 is pretty low for like a rare card, a rare piece of cardboard.
And
but I wonder if you could go to like a card shop and find them.
Yeah, Or what you could do is, maybe this is at certain conventions, but you can like borrow the card.
Oh, for the moment.
Because really, you just need it
right. You've seen that for that one sec. Can you do multiple a day?
You can do one a day.
Oh, okay. So you couldn't just sit there and swap them.
Yeah. Also, mine would be a pain because I don't have the new DS. I would have to bring out
the
battery-powered cube. I'd be like, yep. Which is a pain, but I just, I'm only using it for Animal Crossing.
I don't think it has any other purpose. Like, what is that? What's
another game that uses it?
I think Hyrule Warriors. I think. I'm not even sure.
I mean, the 3DS should not need amiibos.
Because
the whole point is that, like, I can do it anywhere, but with amiibos, you gotta...
Well, see, my 3DS, I can't do it anywhere, because it has the reader in it.
Even with that, though, you're still bringing your amiibos along. I don't know. I hate amiibos. Like, I love them, they're cute, they're fun to collect, but... I really hope... Does the Switch use them? It probably does. They put too much of
They have way too much money into it. They have to. I don't even know.
But I hope it's gonna die. There's no way Nintendo will be... They'll be making fun of amiibos like they're making fun of...
Well, they have to at least finish off...
else.
They have to. They will. They finish off the Smash DLC characters. So Cloud, Bayonetta, and Karen have been announced. Because I bought the Cloud one. That'll come when that comes out. I don't know when that comes out.
That comes as an amiibo?
Yeah. So each Smash character has their own amiibo.
But amiibos are also...
They had the DLC ones that are coming out.
They're a waste because a lot of amiibos for some games are one-time use.
Mm-hmm.
And then that's it. But it costs so much money to make them.
Yeah.
Which is why the Animal Crossing cards are convenient, because it costs
I kind of wish the last generation they had gone in knowing amiibos were a thing, because it seemed drastically underutilized.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, the expansion with Animal Crossing was just for amiibos.
Yeah.
They added a couple of other things, because why? I mean, if you're doing it, you might as well.
If you're getting in there, you might as well fix stuff up.
Don't have to do it twice. So you can, like, sit on... you can, like, sit on rocks.
Oh, that's fun.
That has nothing to do with me, but you can shake trees holding a fishing pole.
Thank fucking God.
That's so nice.
It's so great.
It's great.
I mean, sure, you can just sit, down, immediately puts everything away?
Yeah.
But fuck that.
It's just... that's a little nice thing. And I think they patched some little glitches.
Were there actually exploitables in that game? Like stuff you could really fuck with?
The only thing that I ever did was, like, fun and cute. Like, I could run into the river. I could run past the train tracks. Like,
you played that much that you know how to glitch the game like that?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I didn't find out on my own. I found out on the internet.
Okay.
But a fun one was you could go on the train tracks and, like, pretend to run up the stairs. And you would run into nothing now.
Like, literally leave the map? Yeah. Or would just hit a wall?
You would hit a wall.
Okay.
But it would be gray, and there'd be stripes, and you would see the bushes on the hill are just 2D.
There were ways...
It was, like, mind-blowing.
There was ways to do that in Pokemon. Actually, what was the craziest thing? So, in early Pokemon games, I'm going to say early, but this is still, like, 10 years ago, like Diamond and Pearl. So, there are places... a place in Diamond and Pearl, the way the map is set up, is there's the big chunk of continent, and there are, like, two islands up at the top. Maybe even... There's 3 islands, actually. But 2 have, like legendary Pokemon on them. So if you go to one of those islands and then use like a Game Shark or whatever, some kind of glitch mechanic.
Oh my God, remember like when you would buy the hacking?
You still have to for Pokemon. Thing? I forget what it's called now. It's not actually
so you
play.
Put the cartridge in the other thing and you put that in.
Yeah,
that's.
You still have to do that.
Still
Pokemon
a thing.
Yeah.
Do you own one?
I don't. No. I haven't done it since Diamond and Pearl.
It would just crash the game.
No, you could fuck with it. Well, if you did it well enough, it wouldn't. If you like took your time, you didn't rush it. So if you ran, but what it would do is you get to this island. There was a cheat to go over walls, and then you could run across the ocean and get to the other island. That was a DLC event. So you had to find, or actually this is before DLC. So you had to go to like a Toys R Us or a GameStop, get the item that would let you take the boat to the other island. But it was all already loaded. So all of Pokemon is already there. Just parts of it are like black nothingness. Mm-hmm. So like you could run from one map to the other side, and you just run through blackness for a while.
It's just an odd way they do it.
So it's all loaded all at once. So it was really but sometimes if you ran into the black parts, it would crash your game because like it was like had nothing to pull from, but it was like you're moving for some reason and like the game couldn't calculate where you were on the map, so it would crash the game. But like you could walk to this like hidden island, and the only place you couldn't get to in Diamond and Pearl was for Arceus, his event. You had the flute, and you had to go to the top of a mountain, and then he would literally transcend from like heaven. He would like he was like on a floating platform above.
Is he still Pokemon God?
Yeah.
That's canon still.
Yeah.
But they sort of like retcon constantly.
Well, fucking spoilers for Sun and Moon, because fuck you for not playing it. And even if you'd play it, fuck you. They're aliens.
What are aliens?
The main legendaries. The box legendaries are aliens.
What are box legendaries?
The box legendaries are
like the birds?
No, the ones on the box.
Oh, I don't know what they look like. That's the first time I've ever.
It's an alien.
Sure. So is a bunch of other Pokemon.
No, but like they're not even from this dimension.
Oh, so they're interdimensional.
They're interdimensional aliens.
Well, do we want to talk about... Let's talk about Club Penguin. And that. Well, just because, speaking of... I was just thinking about this the other day. So Puffles is what we're really going to talk about.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about real Puffles. I don't know who's like, yeah, Puffle talk. We're not talking about Puffle creatures. We might get into that.
I don't even know what that means.
I'll explain what a Puffle creature is. So they got lazy, and they ran out of colors and personality, so they're like, we'll just make the Puffles like animals. So they're like, okay, so like there's dog Puffle. So it's a Puffle and a dog. It's a Puffle and a cat.
Does it look like a Puffle or like a dog?
Both, and it's weird.
That's weird. Those have like dog ears, but it's still a circle?
Yep.
Okay.
So it's a Puffle with a dog tail, dog ears.
And like a snout?
No personality. That was the fun thing with Puffle. They had personality. Anyways, and like deer, you could buy like a unicorn one, and like a rabbit. And like, then there were, okay. But anyways, but talking about the main, maybe there's 8?
The actual just base colored ones?
We'll just be weird and I'll just name them.
Okay.
So the original were blue, pink, black, and green.
Okay.
Those are the original 4.
Do you want to say what their personalities are?
Blue is no. Yeah, I do. I just spent so much time on this game and I just will never lose this knowledge. Blue was like normal. Blue was like best friend. Blue was like the Bulbasaur.
That was the one the only one you could get if you're not a member.
If you were a non-member originally. So Blue played with a ball. Blue was bland as hell. Mm-hmm. Bland as... Nah, hell's not bland.
Did those 4 come out at the same time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, like, I didn't play... I played after Puffle, like, showed up. Mm-hmm. But I believe so. Pink is athletic. The athletic type. You can use her in... so sexist. Pink can be boys, too. You can use... Puffle's also, like, non-gendered.
Okay.
She's, like, it. I think, generally, in the... would be its pronoun.
Okay.
All Puffles are it. I don't know how they breed. I don't know. They're Puffles. They never got into Puffle breeding. I would imagine maybe they grow from, like, a tree. Well, we'll get into some Puffles that have this super weird. But, like, you can use the pink one in Aqua Grabber. Athletic. Green is, like, silly.
Okay.
As a clown. It juggles. Unicycle, goofy, but keep green in mind, because when we get to another color, you'll be like, it's the same thing, and I will say yes. And then black is your goth emo one.
I thought he was a skater.
For the edgy kid, yeah. But he's like upset, and he's like, he skateboards, and you give him something, he turns to flame. Because Puffles are kind of magical, too. I don't know. And it's a game about penguins, yet there's these weird mythical creatures. It's weird. Then there's Purple, who is my favorite. Purple is like the diva one. Purple came out after the 4.
Okay.
Purple was just this. So these 4 are from the island.
Okay.
Purple is then discovered also on the island.
Okay.
I'm waiting because the Puffle world gets weird. Purple is the diva. Purple dances, and it combines like a bunch of the dance moves of the other Puffles. So they each have their own dance moves.
That's cool.
We can talk about that, but that would just be boring. Pink, I don't know what pink does actually. Black is a tornado.
Right, yeah.
But purple like combines all of them. After purple comes red. Red is not native to Club Penguin Island.
Okay.
Red is the pirate. Do you remember Rockhopper?
Yeah, okay.
Found him on an island, the red one.
Okay.
So he brought them over. So they're not native.
And red was the other option for non-members.
I don't know why you could only get those 2. I wish the next one was also allowed by non-members, and that is yellow.
Oh, it was?
Yellow comes after red.
It was allowed, though.
It was not.
Oh, it's not. Okay. Is yellow the artist one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yellow is paints, directs movies, acts, arty.
As all artists.
That is my second favorite Puffle. There goes purple, yellow, red, probably.
Okay. What was red?
Red is like adventure-y, pirate, fearless. the Tommy Pickles to the blue one being Chucky.
Okay.
Just bland as shit.
Okay.
What's after yellow?
There's a white one over there.
Is it white? Yeah, it's white because I stopped playing after white. So white is tinier than every other puffle.
Okay.
It's a little tinier. This is where it gets fucking weird.
Okay.
White had snow powers.
Powers.
Literally powers. It could create snow. It had like snow, like frost breath.
Okay.
To create ice skating. White's personality was shy, yet powerful, because it controlled
weather.
Weird. Oh wait, I believe possibly before white. No, I believe after white, and this is when it gets really weird. We get the orange puffle.
Okay.
Now, the orange puffle is from another dimension.
Of course.
Yup. A game about penguins just waddling around on an island decided, you know what we need? Other dimensions. So the the orange puffle is from another dimension.
Okay.
The orange puffle's trait is it's mentally handicapped. It's goofy, it's silly. It's just a copycat of the green one, honestly. The orange one, I think, is bigger than the other ones, too.
Okay.
Sticks out its tongue. It has its hair's curly.
Okay.
On the top, eats cookies, belches, and zany.
Of course.
Like the green. Just a copy, really, of the green one, but...
Is it another dimensional version?
Mentally.
Is it the parallel dimension version of the green one?
They never really got into it, and it upset me. They never were like, you know what's weird? The orange one is from another dimension.
That's really weird.
They were never like, right, we're penguins. We're just, but
I mean, you played card games in like a battle to the death as penguins.
Yeah, no, like
ninjas.
you became ninja through
and
a
you were
game
secret agents
through a card game.
There's a lot of weird stuff that game went to.
Stuff, but see, it all worked within the universe. I think the
dimensional thing's a little weird.
You went to space.
Oh, really?
With Star Wars, there was time travel. I mean, I really stopped playing after white.
Okay.
I don't remember of orange. After that, there's brown.
Okay.
Brown is from a neighboring island.
Okay.
From like a cave. So not native.
Like a caveman?
No, sort of, but yet the brown one's personality is it's super smart.
Oh, okay.
And it invents stuff, but it's also like super scared, but it also like it invents... I don't know, does a bunch of smart... Like, I didn't play the brown one. I don't know what the brown one does. I think I did play the orange one. I think orange was before white. Maybe I stopped after orange. I don't know. But the brown one does stuff. I don't know, smart, sciencey stuff.
Okay.
Scientific stuff. It's going to get weird again. Because after that was the rainbow puffle.
There was a rainbow one.
And
I thought there was.
I mean, I didn't play it, but some of the fun was gone when they brought in the rainbow puffle. The rainbow one is from the clouds.
Of course.
Right. The rainbow one controls the weather. Possibly.
Oh, no.
I don't know. They might have gotten into it, but I don't believe they ever really did. Okay. You would get the rainbow puffle through a sky cannon that would take you up into the clouds, and you would adopt them. They would like fart rainbows.
Of course.
Look, the game's writing went down after a while.
That was way after Disney had bought it, right?
Disney bought it like during the yellow puffle.
Oh, okay.
So like when people complain about Disney, I mean, I would just argue whoever decided to like... The problem with the game is it needed to keep expanding.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, that's the whole point of the game. But like, you just run out of good ideas.
Right, yeah.
And you do stupid stuff like adding the rainbow puffle, which maybe wasn't that stupid. But like controlled the weather.
Okay.
You went to the clouds. That's just weird.
Was there more to the clouds than the rainbow puffle, or is that the only purpose?
There were trees that had like fruit that was also raindrops. Oh. That I guess is what created rain.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah,
let's get into some lore here.
Yeah, no, there's also like a deep history, like a prehistoric past, because you do go to caveman times at one point. And there's also sort of like a Viking-y past with penguins.
Okay,
that's never truly developed. Anyways, after the rainbow puffle is the golden puffle.
Okay.
I know. I don't know why they did it.
Wasn't that one of the stage plays?
Yeah. I mean, they were hinting at... Because the gold one was always like... And rainbow were always like the rumors.
Oh, okay.
People would like make the YouTuber, oh, look, I caught me a puffle that's golden. Okay. And whatever, people would talk about it like, I have one. I'm like, let's look for it. I believe the golden puffle... I never got one. I never got a rainbow. I never got the brown one. It was from underground or something.
The golden one?
You would like mine for it and it would come out. So it's possibly like a fossil, maybe.
Okay. Well, because that was the Indiana Jones stage play.
Yeah, it was, but it's also like alive. The golden puffle in that stage play was like a statue.
Right, it was like a relic.
It was like the crystal skull kind of a thing.
Yeah, okay.
And those are the real. I don't think the golden one had a personality. I don't know if the rainbow one had a person. I think the rainbow one was like cocky, maybe. That's the purple one. Like, there's only so many personalities you can do, I guess, with these fluff balls. And then they also just decided there's like dinosaur puffles.
Oh my god.
There's like Olaf from Frozen puffles.
What is it, just Olaf?
Yeah, but like as a puffle or something.
That's weird.
There's like blue crystal puffles.
What does that mean?
I don't know, ghost puffles.
What the hell?
Oh, there's ghosts. I guess you can die. I don't know. There is a ghost. You meet ghosts at one point, I'm pretty sure. Like at Halloween, I don't know.
That's so odd.
Like, I feel like, I don't know. Yeah, puffles were great. Yeah.
That's so...
Purple's one was the best.
It's such an odd direction for that game to go in. Like,
it just got weird, yeah.
Like, all you have to do is just have an event
it kind of got
every
weird,
month.
Kind of weird. Like, maybe a little sooner than I'm even saying. Because parties were seen as actual events put on. There would be, like, balloons and decorations.
Yeah.
But near the end, parties were... I don't know if they even used the word parties. They were takeovers, almost. And buildings wouldn't look like they normally do.
Oh.
They would look...
Like, the interior would change?
Like, it would change so drastically that there's no physics of Club Penguin. Like, beforehand, so it would be like a Christmas party. You would still, like, see the coffee shop, like, how it's supposed to
Right, but it would look like a gingerbread
It would look Christmassy.
Or, like, they would change rooms to be, like, Santa's workshop and stuff. Yeah.
Which still sort of goes against that.
No, because it was always like, it wasn't like the room changed. It was like someone set up the room to look like that. Like you could see
but in the end,
you could see behind the curtain things were not completed.
Different.
That's so weird.
But I think, like, look at the medieval party. Look at the first medieval party.
Yeah.
And you would be like, this is a party, decorations, and it looks fun.
Yeah.
Versus the last medieval party, it looks like you're playing World of Warcraft.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
I don't know how true that is, but it doesn't look like the first one.
That's so weird that they would...
Yeah.
That seems like such an easy thing, because how many people are going to be playing that game like you did? Where you would...
as long?
Well, like you would notice, like, parties not being duplicates.
I mean...
Like, as long as you added new items...
I think people liked it, though, because parties, you would then have quests, essentially. And it would be more than just, back when I played the parties where you get an item from a box.
Right.
And it was... The game didn't really change. Right. It was still the same stuff, just a different looking environment. Occasionally, you would have new environments to sort of role play differently in. Yeah. But more or less, it was sort of the same.
It was like new items and then
I guess in the
pins.
End, just waddling around wasn't cutting it anymore. And you really had to immerse yourself in a new environment every month.
It was every month, right?
Well, originally it was like a week. Sometimes, originally parties were like weekends. Yeah. 1 weekend a month. And then they were like weeks. And in the very end, they were all month long.
Oh my god.
It went from event to event, no in between. But that's in the very, very end.
Okay.
The last leg.
Where they were just using it as ad space?
Yeah.
Because it was always like movies and stuff, right? It's like the Avengers and...
They did the Avengers... Maybe it was just Marvel. I don't think it was ever like Avengers, just Marvel. Which is vague enough that I think sort of works.
Well, I thought it was just...
It was superhero... But you could buy costumes to look like Spider-Man, whatever.
Yeah.
Which worked. And then later on, the party became straight up Avengers.
Oh, okay.
The rooms looked like stuff. They did Frozen parties. They did Teen Beach Movie.
What?
Yeah.
You're a big fan.
I am a big fan. I never played it when it was Teen Beach Movie. I regret it. They did Shake It Up. The characters from Shake It Up.
Like the Bella Thorne
Bella Thorne and Zendaya were
God bless.
penguins. They did a Muppets one for Muppets Most Wanted.
That got cool.
I did play that one because I'm like, well, I have to play it. It was like, they made it look international.
That's fun.
Here's the issue with that. So penguins know about other countries. And number two, they never set up who the Muppets were. They're like, the Muppets are coming. I don't like that.
Oh, you want them to not...
Penguins should... They set up a world where all they knew was Club Penguin. They knew nothing else.
Right, okay.
And now they don't know about Shake It Up.
Shake It Up Chicago, Ben.
Yeah.
It's a number one show.
Shake It Up Chicago. Bring it back. You know what's weird? It's sort of like it could have been maybe like a modern day Hairspray.
Shake It Up?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The show, which would have been weird if they could have made it more about race.
Well, they made it about dyslexia.
They did make it. Oh my God, that episode was
Bella Thorne has
was
dyslexia.
the modern. I mean,
in real life,
taking place modern because Hairspray is a 2005 musical. Because people when they were doing Hairspray live, you would see interviews of people of like younger people who don't.
Yeah,
it's a musical that features younger people who I guess don't. No one sat them down as like, yeah, this premiered on Broadway in 2005. They're like, these songs are still relevant today. They speak, with all the police brutality. I'm like, yeah, but like they were also written in 2005. I'll even give them the original movie was 1988, not 1963 when it takes place.
Which that people thought it was.
Which is weird because that's if really you funny. Watch it, wow, there's a lot of jokes that when they writ them, they weren't jokes. Because they write jokes about like, like in the movie, there's like women smoking while pregnant. Oh. And they're like drinking, like, it's a boy. Like, oh yeah, when that was written, they were serious? Like, come on. Oh, the jokes about the 60s.
Right, yeah. It's a parody of the 60s at some points. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's also, I watched Hairspray live a bit ago. Just, I don't know, I wanted to. Mm-hmm. Rewatch, it's meant for white people.
Of course.
Right? It's weird, like white people save the day. It's about racism. But it's about white people stopping racism, really. It's weird.
It is weird.
Like, I mean, our main character is white.
I've never seen it, any form of it.
No, you should watch it then. I mean, sure, we do get a white girl ending up with a black boy, but...
Is that a problem?
No, not the main characters, though. We call them checkerboard. She becomes a checkerboard chick, which is probably...
It's mildly racist.
Which was a term, probably, but, like...
Right, yeah.
Probably can't say that on the streets now.
Probably not.
I mean, I don't know.
Is that in the movie or the musical?
Probably both.
Oh, okay.
I know it's in the musical because I just watched it, but it's probably in the movie. Okay. Yeah, it is in the movie because they visit the beatniks. And the one calls them, checkerboard chickens. You go, what's that? Yeah.
Okay.
The movie's not great.
It's really funny that kids think. I mean, it's like, have you ever seen that
I was just talking with someone and someone did think it was that old. Because I was telling the story I just told you about how people think that and they go, oh, I thought it was from the 60s. I'm like, it's weird that they sing a song called Welcome to the 60s. They were really going to date themselves with that one. Yeah.
That was did you ever see the Tumblr outrage when people thought Steven Spielberg killed a dinosaur?
I did see that.
I love that so much.
That was so funny.
That fucking warms my heart. Kids, God, people are so dumb. There's also that one thing on Tumblr where someone posted a picture of a pomegranate. And this one guy is like, hey, could you please mark this as graphic because I don't want to see it on my thing. And they're like, it's a pomegranate. Like, it's not a heart or any organ. Because it looks it's all like bleedy. Too, yeah. And they're like, oh, we still change it just in case. It's like, it's not that about doing it. Oh, God. People get so ridiculous.
People don't. Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. But also, just thinking, because I'm thinking about someone recently told me, like, in terms of at my school, they're like, we don't want to do a period piece musical.
Okay.
I can't think of a single musical worth doing that is not a period piece.
What would be considered a period
I can't
piece?
think of one. Every musical.
Oh, okay.
Except for, unless it's like fantasy based, like Wicked. Or like The Lion King.
What would you say?
Cats.
Oh, Cats, that makes sense.
Because every musical...
But who wants to
generally takes place... Well, you can't do it on Broadway. You probably won't get the rights.
Oh, right.
Takes place in a time. And it's... So, Anything Goes is written 20s.
Oh, it's that old?
Yeah, I believe so. We're going to say 20s. It looks... You perform it still taking place in the 20s.
Right, yeah.
And it looked it back then and it looks it now.
Right.
So even when you write a musical written present day...
It becomes a period piece?
Like, I was on the Wikipedia page for the play Mousetrap.
Like, based on the movie?
No, Mousetrap, the play. Doesn't matter. Anyway,
is that the name of a movie? What's that movie?
I think it does. Nathan Lane. I was thinking of the same movie. I think it is, but it has nothing to do with this play. This is Agatha Christie. Is it called Mousetrap? I think so.
I want to say it is, yeah.
And it says setting modern day, and it's because it was written in like 1890.
Oh, right.
But that's... Yeah.
So that's how people just make
it. I think anything you make I hate when people I want it to be timeless. No, just make it look dated because it's going to no matter what.
Right, yeah.
I remember there was an interview with Jerry Seinfeld where there was a point I didn't want anyone in Seinfeld to wear, super, clothing that I knew would look dated, but that's impossible to do.
Oh,
so
he
just went, so he's it's fine to do it, and that show's still, on TV.
Right.
People are fine with it, so.
Speaking of...
Just accept, whatever.
Timeless things. Is Dark Crystal getting a sequel?
It's getting something on Netflix. It's getting
something, right?
No idea.
I don't know. I can't tell what it is. Is it just a documentary?
I thought it was a documentary. I think it's a series.
Oh, it's a series? Okay.
I think it's going to be a series.
I didn't realize people cared so much.
No one does.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
And you would be the one to care.
That movie is so goddamn boring.
It is pretty boring.
There was zero interest. It looks nice.
It looks real nice.
Take some pictures. I'll look at that. I don't know. The moving is real. It's really cool looking.
Yeah. Oh, it's visually really cool. Except for the main character. He looks fucking weird.
So creepy.
He looks really weird. I'm not a fan.
He's like a creepy marionette. Because that's also... they didn't make him big enough, so he doesn't move properly.
Oh, right, yeah.
He's a marionette kind of thing. But, the Skeksis, amazing looking.
The bird people?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the vulture. It's just awesome looking.
Yeah.
I don't know who's a fan of that. But there's also... I think it has a fan base of people who just like Dark Crystal. Because they made comic books. They've written, there's an extended universe.
It's not a vast extended universe. You could probably catch up.
It's not as big as Star Wars. But there's books, comic books.
Are there books, like novels?
I believe so.
I know there's 3 comics.
I believe.
Or maybe 4?
I want to say there's a manga.
That's not surprising. Oh, there is. You're right. Yes, there is one.
It might be an American-made manga.
Yes, there is one. You're right.
But
I forget who. I want to say it's Tokyo Pop, which is, I think, an American brand.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm wrong.
I think there's a novel.
They always made garbage.
When they used to make books about movies?
Yeah.
You could buy the book version of a movie.
The novelizations?
Yeah, I think there's that of Dark Crystal, which really expands the story. Because that movie doesn't tell you anything about anything.
Nope. You're
like, okay, here's some characters. Oh, I guess those characters are connected.
Well, it's weird because I like it when stuff doesn't want to hold your hand and, doesn't overly explain how concepts work. But you need some kind of baseline. Whereas in Dark Crystal, every fucking thing is new. Every fucking thing is different.
And I'll tell you this much. The original idea was, I think, no dialogue.
Really?
The Skeksis weren't going to speak English. There wasn't going to be that narrator.
Was there going to be subtitles?
No, I don't think so.
Oh my god.
I think, our main character, Jem? I think it's Jen?
I think it's Jen.
Like I said, they speak weird in that. I think he would have talked English.
Yeah, the mic setup that the voice actors used was not good. It's very cloudy and you can't make out.
I remember
and very
reading
mumbly.
Something where, Jim Henson's Skeksis aren't going to talk. They're going to speak, Skeksis language.
I mean, technically, that makes sense because...
It makes sense, but then we're just going to see 10 minutes of what is happening.
Because, a beak wouldn't sound the same our mouth sounds. It wouldn't make the same sound.
No, that's exactly. It was gonna be squawks and stuff.
Yeah, that's
it just
weird.
wouldn't. And it's so weird. That was his passion project too.
Oh really?
He liked that way more than doing the frog. But I'm telling ya, the frog so much. But what made more movies?
That's true.
What has a brand to it?
Well, see, those are
what's sad though. Right now, Dark Crystal probably got more in its future than the Muppets.
Really? Because it's got one thing.
Ain't gonna get a TV show anytime soon.
What happened to that TV show they had?
It wasn't successful.
Was it good though?
I liked it. I didn't love it, but I feel like I liked it.
That was the Office style one?
Yeah, I should rewatch it.
That was their production team?
It wasn't. It was documentary based. I won't say it's Office based. It was in an office, but you meant the
show, The Office.
Yeah, not really like that show.
Okay.
Though. Set up 30 Rock maybe, because it took place on a TV show.
Well, I meant that style of show
where
it was
documentary, fake mockumentary.
Yeah, where I'm going to say a line, look at the camera, and then you're going to cut to me and a cutaway.
Maybe it was Modern Family, same network. It just wasn't. Some people liked it. I think so. It was advertised bad.
Mm-hmm.
Adult Muppet show.
Oh yeah, you don't want that.
That was bad. Here's the thing, because kids watch The Simpsons.
Yeah,
Simpsons was way more over adulty than that Muppet show was.
Right, yeah.
That show didn't. Let me think of times it got weird. They said, but also sometimes they would make jokes that just because they were get it, we ain't for kids. So Swedish Chef was transgendered.
What?
Randomly, just a throwaway line.
What? That's weird.
He asked for an autograph because they had a lot of celebrities on it. And like, who should I make it out to? And he's like, and she's like, oh, Janice? But he didn't say Janice because that's another character.
Yeah.
He said like, Sheila? Oh, you go. That was it. Look, that was it. That was the joke.
Well, it doesn't necessarily mean that, because like he's...
No, it did, though.
Oh, it did?
There was other jokes where Bunsen and Beaker, like, are gay together. There was one joke, because they all got drunk the night before. I guess that's adulty. And they woke up and Beaker and Bunsen were in different clothing. And they're like, what we do out of the office is our business.
That's funny, actually.
There was something Pepe said that was hilarious. And it was probably the most adult the show got, and I can't remember what he said.
Well, I feel like the problem with stuff like the Muppets is people always be like, yeah, I want more of it. But then once it actually comes out, no one actually...
Oh, yeah, no. Yeah, that is exactly what that is.
Because I feel like there's so much of it where you'll be like, oh, I love the Muppets, but like they don't actually care.
I mean, I'm so out of the loop in them. I don't know if there's anything to be in the loop about right now. There's just nothing... Like, I don't know. Like, this summer, I should watch all the movies again. I should watch the show again. I should watch... Like
the 70s show? 60s
yeah, something
show,
like that. Yeah, 75, 76 to 81. I should watch that again.
I have a lot of memories of that show. Because you watched a lot of it when
it might around. Be hard to get through. Some first season's bad. Just not great. It's kind of boring. But, like, yeah, or just watch random episodes. I don't know, there's nothing, not stuff on YouTube even. I just haven't...
Is the first episode Steve Martin?
No, first episode is, well, it's debatable what the first... Steve Martin's not till season 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because that's a good episode.
That's the one I would always think of, where the show's not actually...
Well, the show is, and they cancel the show, like, oops, I made a mistake. Tonight was audition nights for new acts.
That's yeah.
And Steve Martin's like, oh, but I'm here. And he's like, oh, yeah, sorry. But he performs anyway.
Yeah, because that was the first one I ever saw. And I'm like, this is a weird place to start this show. Like, there's no setup to be like, oh, hey, like, there's did.
I really like it when it was such a formula show. But when they would break the formula, it was so funny. So there's an episode they do it instead of at the theater because it's getting fumigated or something. They do it at the train station. And it's so funny. They try to do the theme song. They try to keep the show, but it's at a train station.
Yeah.
So it's funny.
That's a weird place to pick.
Yeah, I don't know why they did it. It's funny, though. Yeah, I feel like now it would be like an airport, even. Yeah, airport probably even back then would have been a better... I don't know. They did train station, whatever. What's some funny episodes? There'd be episodes where they do, like, almost like a play. So they do Robin Hood.
The whole episode?
Yeah.
That's cool.
I mean, it doesn't ever go right.
Right.
Or like they did Alice in Wonderland, but Fozzie Bear thought they were doing Wizard of Oz. So the episode closed with a Wizard of Oz song. Okay. So like, no, it's whatever.
Yeah.
But there's an episode with a dance-a-thon. So you have to dance the whole time, but they try to do the show still while people are dancing on stage. So they would do a lot of chaotic episodes like that.
I mean, that's such a weird thing. That's such a...
Well, it's really...
70s show.
It's weird. People, when I hear people like bring the Muppet Show back, you could not bring it back.
You couldn't bring it back like that.
This is why. It is a parody, well, it's more satire of variety shows.
Right.
Which were really popular in 1976.
Right, yeah.
So doing a show about a variety show that goes completely wrong and is run by puppets, funny. Nowadays, you'd be like, oh, it's a legitimate...
There's a variety show.
People don't have...
They don't have the context.
So the idea of doing the new show as a late-night talk show, which there are plenty of...
That makes sense.
And doing a mockumentary, which there are plenty of, works.
They've not done a late-night talk... They've done one before, but they wouldn't do a late-night talk show with like Kermit hosting?
No, they've never done that.
Because that seems like the
that was
thing.
The new show was that. With Miss Piggy hosts the late-night talk show. Was the show within a show.
Right.
And I think that worked better. I don't know if you could do a...
Because isn't Kermit actually only the producer? He's not the host, is he? Or is he the host?
He's the executive producer. On the Up Late with Miss Piggy was the show within the show.
Yeah.
He was the...
Well, in the actual show, though. The original show.
He was the MC.
Oh, he was the MC?
He was the MC. He ran the whole show. He didn't own the theater.
Right. Okay. So that was always a part...
Or maybe the rights to the show. They never really got into that stuff.
Because I feel like...
The show... In the 70s, they never really talked about it being televised. They were just performing for the audience.
Right, yeah, okay.
There was, like, maybe an episode... Like, Stanley and Waldorf might, like, talk about, like, we're on TV, but, like, that's it.
Like, what the hell is that show that Gary Shandling did that was, like, a talk show?
The Gary Shandling Show, which is what it was called.
Yeah.
Or the Gary... something. It, like, sounded like his name. That is what the new Muppet Show was.
Oh, because that's what it should be, yeah.
That's what, but instead it was mockumentary more based. That was a very funny show.
I would do it more like the Gary Shandling. I think not as much mockumentary because I think that's how it should be done.
Well, that's what other than having the mockumentary style. That's exactly what they did.
Yeah, because that's what the old Muppet Show was making fun of seems to be what they would need to make fun of today.
But the original Muppet Show still was a variety show. You would have acts that you might see on a variety show, but with puppets or something.
Right.
You would have, if your celebrity guest, especially in the early seasons, if your celebrity guest was a singer, they'll just sing a song straight up.
But they can do that.
But near the end, I liked it because they would have singers who would try to do comedy. They would, whatever the guest sort of was known for, they would sort of do something else. And I liked that. They would sort of do,
Yeah, I mean, I hope they kind of do something with that because it's a cool property. I
want another movie. I want another movie with the people that made the last two, just sort of complete that trilogy.
Is that what's his name?
James Bobin directing.
No, what's his
Stroller writing?
The guy who was in the first one.
Oh, Jason Segel.
Yeah, is he not involved?
He was only in the 2011 version.
Oh, he wasn't like an executive producer or anything? Or a writer?
He might. He didn't write.
Oh, okay.
That was Bobin and Stroller.
Oh, okay.
But Stroller wrote 2011 with him.
Oh, okay.
But Bobin also co-wrote, who is from like Sacha Baron Cohen's work.
Oh, okay.
Is where he comes from.
Like the shows or the movies?
Like the show and I think the movies.
Oh, okay.
I think he's like part of that
team.
Like that team's British, so that makes sense. I think maybe just the show. I don't know. And he directed the new Alice in Wonderland movie for Disney.
Wait, that wasn't Tim Burton? Tim Burton?
The time clock.
The time clock, yeah. The one with Sacha Baron Cohen.
That's probably why he's in it. That makes sense, because the director knows him. Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
I never saw that one. I liked the other one. It was fun.
Looking back, I don't know how good it was.
I just like...
It was neat.
I like the idea of Alice in Wonderland kind of being dark. I don't know why.
Gritty.
Yeah, I like that. I like it a lot more. Because, like, the idea of it's like, lol, it's drugs. It's just kind of stupid and, like, outplayed.
I mean, I read
the
book recently, and I saw it more as just really realistic looking.
Okay.
Like, she talked to a rat, and there's an image.
It's a rat.
It's a rat.
Yeah.
It took, like, I think that's sort of the point, is it's just a weird... It's what she knows, but it isn't.
Oh, okay. Makes sense.
So, like, you know, yeah.
Because they have that, what is it? The game series...
is she like a murderer or something? She had a knife?
Yeah.
Like Malice in Wonderland? Something like that.
It's Alice it's
Malice. That makes sense.
No, her name's Alice. No. It's American McGee's Alice in Wonderland, I think. And then Alice Returns is the sequel.
Okay.
But it apparently plays like God of War.
Like the horror version, right?
It's like, she kills things.
Yeah,
and I mean, she has her superpower is like her madness meter, and she kind of like just goes like into like a berserk
of that, which is good, which is a good thing, but I think it's bad, which is why I'm not like it's fun. It's like it's good, but you get so much crap.
In the Persona in Shin Megami Tensei games, Alice is a summon you can get, and she's part of the Death Arcana.
Weird.
I love that. She's just a creepy little girl that you can summon. She's one of the demons you can summon, and she's just a little girl.
That's a proto-public domain, but...
I think it's dope.
I don't know, but you get so much garbage when something entered the public domain.
Do you remember that show, Through the Looking Glass?
Live action?
Yeah.
And she wasn't like... It was just like a normal show, yeah.
She just went there every episode. Like, she wasn't living in Wonderland. She was at her house.
Yeah, and then when she would walk through. I remember once she's like, I gotta get ready. And she goes there.
Yeah.
And she's like, hey, do you have a thing? And
yeah.
Like, yeah.
It's just like a regular show.
Like, I remember, like, I think the Queen of Hearts was a character, and she wasn't, like, an enemy. I think they just, like, were like, hey.
Yeah, it was just, like, the conflict came from other things, not, like, the characters.
Yeah, and it was, like, live action, weird looking.
It was live action, yeah. And she walked through her, like, standing mirror.
Yep. And I think she was, like, American, too.
I think she was.
I just think it was a very lazy done show. They're like, okay, just shoot.
But that was like the first time I ever saw that series, and I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I don't know why it stuck out to me, but I always thought that was like a cool like.
That's probably the actual Disney movie.
But I've always been fascinated by like alternate, like worlds, parallel worlds and stuff. I think that's always so fucking cool.
Yeah. Well, Wonderland might not be a parallel world because.
I guess that's true. Technically, it could be our world.
I mean, it's just underground.
Or just in a weird spot.
Because I think the original title of the book was Alice and instead of Adventures in Wonderland, it was Adventures Underground.
Really?
I think it was just like the center of the earth, yeah. It's just peculiar.
There are people who believe there are people living inside our world. And you can only get in from the top, I think.
Top of what?
The Earth.
So, like, North Pole?
Yeah, there's like a hole. And there are people living inside.
Like normal people?
I don't really know. I think they might be lizard people. They might just be normal people. But the government doesn't want us to know.
Oh, is it like the Mario movie?
Yes.
Speaking of alternate dimensions, the lizard city in Mario, Super Mario.
Well, isn't all of Mario in Parallel World? Because he's from Brooklyn.
Like the video game?
Yeah.
He was a plumber. I think that's one of the games where they're like, don't think about plot too much. Because if you do, I think the official canon is like he was a plumber in Brooklyn. In the original game where they're just in the sewers jumping on the Koopas, they're like, oh, there's Koopas, and they go in a pipe, and then the games do the games. But also, like, you can't think too much about it, because you're like, then why are they Mario Karting?
Right, well, now they're just having too much fun.
It's sort of like the Muppets. They're just sort of a group of characters that you just put in put them somewhere.
Well, that's the sign of a good cartoon character, is that you can put it in any situation and it works. That's how you know if you did it right. So like The Simpsons, you can put them in any situation and it works. Beavis and Butthead can be in any situation and you believe it.
I don't know about Beavis. I don't even know about like Looney Tunes. Well, they were also created. Looney Tunes were always in different locations every 7 minutes.
But that's because that's the benchmark. That's like the word. Like if you're making a cartoon character, that's if you want it to not be like a Gravity Falls where it's one situation.
Yeah, but that's even weird. Think of Looney Tunes. What setting do you think of? Like the woods?
The woods or the mountains.
Like, there's a lot that don't take place
My first thought when I think of Looney Tunes, for some reason, is Wile E. Coyote.
So like the desert?
Yeah, I think like the desert. And like, you know how they drew the rocks?
Yeah.
The rock, that's what I always think of.
Yeah. But like, I don't know where. I guess a main setting, would be the forest. But that's only the Bugs Bunny ones.
And a lot of them.
And that's only Bugs Bunny with Elmer Fudd.
Yeah, because I was gonna say a lot of them take place in the city.
Yeah.
Because I remember the one I always think about too with Bugs Bunny is the one where someone's interviewing him.
A hair grows in Manhattan.
Yeah,
that's the night, and he tapped in.
And he's got the one thing I always think of.
When he's talking about like when he grew up in Manhattan.
Yes, he grew up in Manhattan.
Hair grows in Manhattan.
And then but when he shows up, he's wearing like a robe, sunglasses.
Yeah, they're
like his Hollywood house.
Meet real Bugs Bunny.
Yes,
because
that's right.
These characters. Like the Muppets, they are actors.
Right, yeah.
So they're just acting, because we see that in like Duck Amuck. But because Daffy's always in like fantasy settings a lot.
Well, that's what what Roger Rabbit was using.
Yeah.
That's what that was based on.
There's the one Daffy Duck cartoon where he's pitching an idea for a cartoon to like the heads of the studio.
Oh yeah, I love that one.
And then, what's the Looney Tunes Back in Action is also the Looney Tunes being actors,
right? Yeah,
who have to like save their brand or something.
I think that's what it is.
I don't remember what the hell that movie.
But in the Hair in Manhattan thing, when he comes up, he pulls out like a cigar case,
and it's with carrots.
And the way he does it is he opens it and he taps it.
Yeah.
And I literally did that all the time without knowing what that was.
Yeah. No, I used to copy that
cigar
cases, and I picture carrots instead of cigars.
Yeah.
Like that's what I associate with. Yeah.
Like when I close things, I will sometimes tap it.
If you watch those cartoons now. You're like, these are so dated.
Oh, super dated.
There were jokes just
dated.
like written on the walls and stuff. I'm like, I have no idea what that is. Like, this makes no sense to me.
No, there's so much stuff in that where it's like, yeah,
it works really well.
Oh no, it's still funny.
Like the characters aren't dated, and
right?
That's
it's just kind of a hard thing to do, where like your character is timeless, but like the situation they're in is super dated.
Super dated. Well,
like it's hard to not have it where both are super dated. But I guess because they're just animals and like weird things.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. There's rumors that there might be a Pepe Le Pew movie, which I think would be dope as hell.
Just Pepe. Like it would be him putting the paint falling on the cat.
I don't know.
Or would he already be, I guess, I feel like nowadays, does a kid know what Pepe Le Pew is?
I don't think
I'm going to say no.
I'm going to say most likely no. Unless their parents are cool and showing them old cartoons.
So, they would have to set up like paint on the cat, and there we go.
Well, are you familiar with Max Landis? Do you know who that is?
Who is Max Landis?
He's a writer. What's his fucking dad's name? I forget his dad's name.
What has he written?
Chronicle. That's the big one.
Sure. Is he writing?
He will be writing this movie, yeah. He's like a really like people on the internet like him.
Does
like,
he write comedy?
He wrote like a superhero. Chronicle's like a superhero thing. And then he has
it's a movie.
It'll be a movie.
It's a movie with the guy from The Office.
What is
right?
Chronicle? I have no idea.
It's a live action movie.
Yeah, I've never seen The Office, so I'm not sure who you're talking about.
Okay, I feel like I know. I might think of another. It's like Kick-Ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the movie I'm thinking of. Yeah.
Weird that they're like. You would know his dad.
You know why Pepe Le Pew is probably a good character? Because it's probably the one kids don't know.
No, people wouldn't know.
Because people know the other ones. Pepe Le Pew is not your top.
He's not top billing, no.
Top. But you know what? The Pepe Le Pew thing is not the kissing up the arm.
Oh, that is, well...
That's a thing beforehand, but...
Because I never knew what that was.
I mention it's a Pepe Le Pew thing is because in the musical White Christmas, in the script, in the like stage directions, it says kisses up arm a la Pepe Le Pew.
Oh, really?
So it's weird that that's what it meant. It doesn't say like Gomez Adams.
Right. That's what I would have associated it with. John Landis is his dad? You should probably know who that is.
Show me a picture.
Did the Blues Brothers?
Yeah. He's dead.
Yeah, he's dead. His son is Max Landis. He's going to do this Pepe Le Pew movie.
If he's very like John Landis, yeah, I can see that. Yeah.
He did American Ultra too.
Is it like going to be a cartoon?
I would assume.
Or is it going to be like Garfield the movie?
I don't know how like confirmed it is. But I've seen pictures on his Twitter of him writing the script.
And I don't think the Looney Tunes should do movies. Because I don't think they work well in that format.
You mean like as a group? As a collective?
I just don't think the Looney Tunes got to stick to 7 minutes.
Well, like
14 minutes. But what they could do, they could Avengers the Looney Tunes. Pepe Le Pew movie, Daffy Duck movie, Porky Pig movie.
Right.
Put them together in a movie.
Okay.
I feel like maybe that's what they're doing.
I feel like everything's going in the way of like we have to have a universe, we have to do this, we have to do this.
Everyone is obsessed with universes. You gotta have sequels, you gotta have stuff like that. They should do that with the Muppets. They should have a Miss Piggy movie.
Like something just came out recently where like they tease a sequel and they're like that won't happen. Oh, the Power Rangers one. They tease a sequel.
Successful?
It did really poorly in China, which was like the one thing that was going to make
was
it lock it down.
Was it successful enough for like a TV show on Nickelodeon?
Maybe.
Well, that's cartoon spin-off.
Well, see, the problem with that is that the production of the CG stuff, like their suits and the Zords, is way too high for like a weekly television show.
We could do a cartoon though.
So you'd have to bring it down to a cartoon. There is like,
but also they're making the Power Rangers show now though. Why would they?
I mean,
that would probably be more successful because kids are probably.
The thing I think why you would want to change this and you'd go into this right now would be one, kids just saw it. And they want to go and do more of the thing they saw. And two, nostalgia is hot right now. And people would just be like, fuck yeah, Mighty Morphin, not my Mighty Morphin. But people will tune in, people will talk about it.
If you want nostalgia, just do a cartoon with the original costumes.
Oh, you would have, yeah. If you did that, you would be fine. If you made the costumes look like they did in this movie, you might have a problem. Because people really had a problem with the look of the outfits.
You know what they could do? And I had this idea with a... like, you do a parody. And I think it would work well as a cartoon. I had this idea where it would be a Super Friends or a Justice League sort of TV show. And it's like, so you Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, Robin, that green guy from the Justice League.
Green Lantern? Oh, Martian Manhunter?
Yeah. You do like the original, I think there's like 5 or 6 or something.
Yeah.
You just do those members. And you sort of treat it like an office environment where it's like we're in the Hall of Justice. And you can do funny. It would be a comedy.
Yeah.
Because there's so many superheroes out there. And it would be like on Adult Swim or something.
Would it be like a workplace comedy or like Teen Titans Go comedy? Where it's like a little random?
No, I think I would aim for adults. Okay. Is what I would go for. And it would be like...
I don't know how well they do. I don't know.
But it could make fun of like what we know of Batman.
No, I definitely think you could do it with Marvel because at this rate, Marvel... characters are nothing more than just a laugh factory.
Well, my thing was...
drive me crazy.
Super Friends, you can make them... I don't know. Does Marvel... Fantastic Four. That's what I figured you could also swap it with a Fantastic Four.
Look at the Avengers.
Avengers is a lot. And that's a successful brand right now. Super Friends really isn't.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. I mean, we'll have to see what happens. I mean, I guess, actually it's totally possible that they could do that because there's no chance in hell that...
They're not relaunching the Super Friends.
And there's no way Justice League is going to succeed.
No way, yeah.
So they would have, it's like, might as well do something else.
Because I know Robot Chicken did the DC specials, which were really funny.
Were they good? Okay.
And they were sort of that, well, they were just all over the place, but they sort of had a plot, and it was the bad guys and it was sort of workplacey. Well, not, the bad guys were more workplace, but... Right, it worked well. I think that could be it. Screw my idea. Let's make that the series.
I don't know why those guys don't do more work.
What?
Those writers.
The Robot Chicken?
Yeah.
They're the new
remember
Robot Chicken-like show on Adult Swim right now. It's stop motion. I think it's about a superhero. Not like a made-up one that's voiced by like Seth Green or something.
Oh, really?
I believe that's the thing.
Because I wish they would just do more. Because like they were going to do that Star Wars show. Remember that?
Yeah.
What happened to that?
Disney bought it.
Is it just never coming out? They at least had something done.
I would imagine.
The trailer.
No, they're all done.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly, probably get an online release one day.
But that's been done for like 2 years now.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Like I just seen
there's certain things I don't know why things haven't been released. There's many things like that.
That's just so weird. Because like I really do like that crew that puts that Robot Chicken together, and I wish they would do like more, or like maybe just do like their own, fucking DC universe thing.
I think that'd be funny
because the
DC comic book special just made fun of DC.
Yeah,
they made fun of like Superman. Or someone dies and they're like, well, they're not really dead. We all know that. Stop having these funerals. They'll be back. And like they made fun of like just the dumb character. Like one of the Green Lantern members is a squirrel.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yes. I only know it because of this special. And
right,
they made fun of these things, and they had dumb characters, and
that's why I like those guys because they know their stuff.
Yeah.
Like they're not like, I'm trying to think of a bad example when people do stuff like this. Like I never feel like the Family Guy Star Wars things are like great.
I thought those were not as good as the Robot Chicken ones.
The Robot Chicken ones were way better.
But I think the Family Guy ones were good because they took... Robot Chicken was all over the place. It didn't take each movie.
No, right, yeah.
Family Guy would take the movie and be like, you know what's weird about this scene?
I don't like that. I don't like that. I don't like, hey, dude, isn't this thing weird that we noticed? It's like, I'd rather you just like have fun.
No, I kind of like the one scene I'm thinking of is when they're firing the laser at the Death Star, and they talk about not having a railing.
Oh, right.
I think I thought that was a really funny little bit.
I mean,
that's like 30 seconds.
They make it's not like them pointing stuff out. It's annoying. It's just like the worst thing ever. It is kind of annoying.
It's not. Yeah. No, the Robot Chicken ones are so much better.
Like I prefer that, and I think that team's just better.
Yeah, the family. I mean,
you watch Family Guy. I
don't even make. I watch it like when I'm really bored. Like I hate that I watch it, but I watch it. I don't like, oh my god, new episode. But like when the next season comes on to Netflix, I will watch some of the episodes.
Really?
I will pick and choose what I like. Episodes I like are Brian and Stewie episodes.
Oh really?
I don't know.
Do they still do this?
There's one episode, and I remember the only reason I know about it is because I saw someone online complaining about it. And I'm like, no, you are wrong. Stewie gets Brian pregnant.
What?
Yeah. They were like, this is so stupid, the show has just lost all direction. I'm like, the show has found its direction. That is a brilliant idea. So Stewie impregnates Brian through like a needle. I don't even remember why. Doesn't matter. So,
many questions.
What Family Guy does is the jokes are just pointing out suburban things people do in suburbia.
Mm-hmm.
So it made fun of people who are pregnant. People who like take the pictures when they're pregnant and stuff. They just make fun of... There's clearly one writer, and it's probably a woman. There's one woman writer on the show, because they do make fun of that at one point. They're like, see, women can be funny. And it showed the credits, and it's like women, one name, men, everyone else. But they make jokes about... I don't know if you noticed, but in our culture, we love middle-aged women and wine.
Oh, yeah.
Those things are really funny.
Oh, that
make fun of that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Or like... yeah, and like Peter will put on that, like, like he's like a jogging mom and make fun of that kind of culture, or like that they're obsessed with like Grey's Anatomy.
Oh, right.
So
yeah.
The writers on that show I feel like they don't blend, because I don't know who's writing what, but I can always point out like, oh, that's that kind of joke, that's probably someone else, and
you can tell.
I don't know what the writing, how they'd write. Well,
it seems like they're joke writing. They're not writing a show necessarily. Like they write like set up punchline. They don't necessarily write up.
They write one line. I wish they did, to be honest. They do in terms of the cutaways and certain things, but I kind of like the plot sometimes. Like the pregnancy thing.
Yeah.
That is.
Well, that's a
funny.
joke, though. Like, that seems like it's supposed to be the joke of the episode.
That probably wasn't even the main plot of the episode, because generally they do like 2.
Right, yeah, they do like, sometimes they like almost 3.
Yeah. It's weird how. They're weirdly random. I don't know. Watch it, don't watch it. Like, when people like, I hate that show, I'm like, yeah, you're right. But, like, when people like, I like it, I generally don't like the people who like it.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's like, I don't know. You know the people
right,
I'm talking about who like Family Guy?
It's like, yeah,
because, you know, to them... Because in my defense, I'm also watching, like, actual funny stuff also.
Right, yeah.
And Family Guy's just sort of there also. They're just watching Family Guy. They're like, this is the height of comedy. Where's their Emmys? Oh, that show got so obsessed, but we want an Emmy.
They want one?
Yeah, I don't think... They don't deserve one.
No, they don't.
And there were episodes where it's like, oh my god, this episode is just like an All in the Family episode. So
they point that out,
watched the abortion episode of Family Guy.
There's an abortion one?
Yeah, so I'll tell the plot real quickly.
Yeah.
Lois is the surrogate to this couple.
Uh-huh.
The couple dies. They have to be like, what do we do with the baby? Okay. And the creators are like, this is like this is an oldish episode. I don't know how long ago. And the creator's like, this is just like something from All in the Family, but with the Family Guy twist. Maybe that setup that I just said would be an All in the Family episode. The execution, nothing like that show at all. Nothing like it at all.
Okay.
No, just abortion jokes.
The whole time?
Mm-hmm. The ending's really funny, where they're sort of acting like they didn't do it, and then Peter just turns to the camera and like, yeah, we got the abortion. And the end of the episode. But like, that's not something you do on All in the Family. All in the Family, you would have an emotional speech about. So Archie would give a speech as to, well, I don't know. He wouldn't want the abortion, I guess. But I feel like Edith wouldn't be the one who was pregnant. It'd be the daughter. He'd be like, you can't get the abortion. No, it'd probably be a stranger. It wouldn't be one of them. Like a neighbor. You can't do it. And then at the end, there'd be like a funny joke. But like, it would still be delivered seriously. And that show is crap, what is his name? The creator of All in the Family.
I have no idea.
Created a lot of stuff. Genius human.
Mm-hmm.
Really funny. Not... Seth MacFarlane is nothing like that, man. Who knows comedy, drama. I like it when comedies aren't funny.
I mean, I like Seth MacFarlane as like a dude, but I don't know if I like his show. Like, I don't care. I like Ted, actually.
I like Ted, too.
So he's like... I feel like he's really good if he focuses on one thing.
Didn't watch his Blazing Saddles ripoff.
Oh, 100 Ways to Die in the West.
That's what that is, right?
I have no idea. Never watched it. Was it a Netflix thing?
No. There was
it a theatrical?
I think Adam Sandler did a Netflix one.
He did. That was closer to Hateful Eight.
Well, here's my thing.
Something. Salacious 7 or something.
Blazing Saddles murdered that genre. Just let it go. It's done.
Well, I think...
There's nothing Seth MacFarlane, I guarantee... I'll watch the movie. There's nothing new he added.
I want to say it's mostly... It's mostly... almost like a time traveler being in the West, being like, isn't this fucked up?
I think that is what it is, actually. I think it's maybe like Back to the Future Part 3, which is also just a parody of the Western satire more. So Seth MacFarlane's jokes are just, I'm going to make a reference to something. That's the joke. A lot of jokes in Family Guy they would call them send-ups to other comedians and jokes. Let's take the Star Wars episode, where Chris is Luke, and he's looking at the suns.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yep.
And the music is playing.
Yeah.
And then we see the orchestra.
Yeah.
That's on Blazing Saddles.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
They would call that a send-up to that movie. Most of the audience to Family Guy, that is the first time they saw that joke. They think Family Guy is genius for thinking of that.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah,
They do that 5 times an episode.
Oh,
I think that is a fair... I think that's a fair number.
Like, they reference something that someone's already done, but...
I'll think of another. So they did... Man, this one's actually pretty funny on its own. Yeah, so... But they did a Little Shop of Horrors thing where they parody a song, and it's the old man singing it about Chris. Oh, that's actually kind of funny on its own.
But still...
But there's still an audience who has no idea what Little Shop of Horrors is, and they go, they wrote a song for this? That's hilarious. I do like Seth MacFarlane, though, because he
clearly loves the shit that he loves.
He is really into, like, the old Hollywood.
Oh, right, yeah.
And there's a lot of jokes to that. And I kind of like that they're like that, those douchey teenage boys are watching and laughing at that.
But he's,
When, you know, like if it's like Bing Crosby delivering that joke, though, they would be like, that's a stupid.
Yeah.
So, like, the Road 2's episodes with, like, Stewie and Brian Road 2.
Oh, right, yeah.
Those are parodies of the old Road 2 movies. Mm-hmm. Which is funny, and some of the jokes, I don't know if the jokes are similar, stolen, honestly. I'll be honest, watch, like, the first Road 2, then it's not very as funny as the movies were, which really
Is that the one where they go to, like, the desert?
Yeah, and they,
I've
like, sing
one.
songs.
Yeah,
That's what the Road 2 movies were. They were just, Bing Crosby and Dean Martin?
I've never seen them.
Sound about right?
I didn't even like the fucking parody.
Oh, I like them.
It's
fun. Yeah. So, Seth MacFarlane, stupid, but...
He does cool things. Like, I do like Ted a lot.
I like Ted. I even like Ted, too.
I like Ted, too. They really hammer down on the weed thing, but that's okay. A lot of jokes seem to be like, weed, right? And
but you know what, that's good, because I guess Family Guy never really does that.
That's true.
So it's something different.
It's
that's probably
more
what they were doing. They're like, oh, this is just Family Guy, so let's make it. Which I think, you know the show Wilfred? Remember that?
Yeah, I do.
It makes it that show, though.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Yeah. I haven't seen that show in forever.
That's a comedy that goes real dramatic.
It gets real sad.
Yeah.
And the whole premise is that he's about to kill himself.
Yeah, that's the show I'm going to rewatch then.
Which version? I've never seen this show.
I've never seen the Australian one either. I think it's on Netflix now.
I think it is as
the
well.
The Australian one only lasted like 5 episodes or something.
Oh, is it way shorter?
Well, I mean, that channel, overseas shows like aren't long.
That's true. That's a very American thing. Because like I think
like the British Office, 12 episodes, 14.
I want to say like the Black Mirror seasons are like 3 or 4 episodes.
Yeah, I mean the Sherlock.
Oh, that came back.
That's a hard
and finished.
It's done.
No, like season 4 came out and finished.
Oh yeah, finished within a month. Yeah,
and I had no idea.
I think I could get into Sherlock again.
I liked it a lot.
It's a lot though, because it's
long.
movies.
They're all movies.
I have to watch 3 movies a season.
Yeah,
which is good though, because it's kind of easy to catch.
Unfortunately,
it's the fan base. Is that
no? I'm gonna say season 3 is all like it was only good because of the wait. Going back, season 3 in a marathon's gonna be fucking terrible.
I think season 3
because the first episode of season 3 is a bunch of like, haha, we're back. Haha, it took us a long time to get here.
It's not even that. It's a lot of it's sort of like Orange is the New Black. It's only good if you watch it and you're like, oh my god, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen?
Oh yeah.
But I feel like rewatchability for that show is gone because once you know what happens.
Yeah, I could
Orange
probably.
is the New Black. I was reading something. It's meant for binging.
Oh right.
Because if you watch it once a week, you will not be interested.
Well, see, I wish
because you won't be like enticed to what happens. Because every episode, pretty much, it's just like a point, and then at the very end, it gets you going, and like, I gotta find out.
Well, see, I think that's very common with these Netflix originals because they're utilizing the medium that they're in.
Yeah, which is
fine. I think that's actually a good idea. Which is why I'm not like I know people are really upset with the last season of Arrested Development.
Well, that's what they were trying to do.
Because they were really,
what you're gonna do is because the goal that was also the first Netflix original.
It was, yeah.
So they're like, well, what we'll do is we'll make it out of order. People will watch it and then rewatch it in different ways and they'll love it. But people are like, this isn't what I know.
Right.
I think if they did that season now, people would get it more.
Maybe.
But for it to be the first made to be binged. Don't think
they definitely went
that.
Too hard on the binge idea, but it definitely was cool.
Neat idea.
It's a neat idea.
A lot of non-linear shows and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know.
Or whatever.
It's odd. I'm not sure what they were like. I mean, I definitely think it's a cool idea to try it. But we'll see what they do with the new one.
Season of Moral Oral is sort of non-linear.
Is it? There's only 3 for that, right? Was there 4? How many seasons?
3 seasons.
There's only 3. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I gotta get through that whole thing.
It's a great show.
I've only watched like bits and pieces of like episodes here and there.
First season's funny. Second season's great. Third season's great. It's rushed. That's what I hate about it.
The 3rd season?
Or
the whole thing?
They didn't have enough time to flesh out. The creator said the ending would have been the same, but I just feel like an additional 10 episodes would have. Episodes are 11 minutes, also.
Okay.
It's
hard as fuck to make. So
it's stop motion. They're 11 minutes. They get a lot out in 11 minutes, though.
The show's really funny. Like the one where he impregnates all the women
because
he can't masturbate is so fucking funny.
So that's the idea, yeah. it's a good show.
I like that show a lot. Yeah. And I should probably. Is there any place that's not illegal?
I have it on my computer, so I can get it.
Yeah, I'll just do that then. Like, I'm not opposed to watching things illegally. I just prefer not to now that I'm like an adult and actually can pay for things mildly.
Maybe Amazon Prime.
Oh,
I don't think it's on DVD.
I don't think it is either. I don't think it was. It's like kind of. I don't think the show's popular.
No.
I don't think anyone cares.
No.
It was like a weird topic too. And back in, I feel like
it's good. Like, you cannot. Like, the third season is just so weird. It's not a comedy at all. It's perfect. I love it.
I feel like it was in a weird time too, when like religious things were kind of like a thing, like.
Yeah, back.
I remember thinking like, oh, that's topical when the show came out.
But it's crazy when evangelicals were like the big topic.
Yeah,
but it's not. It's not about evangel, but
it's about like that religious craze, it's about, like the silliness of religion.
Maybe, yeah. It's more like because people will compare it to Davy and Goliath.
Yeah,
but the creator doesn't want that because
doesn't he have an episode?
It has nothing. There's a dog episode. That's about it.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
There's no real connection to it. He wanted more of a Leave It to Beaver, perfect nuclear family.
Oh, okay.
Which would just happen to be a Protestant in Middle America because.
Right, yeah. Well, I don't know. A lot of episodes are.
No, they're very religious.
Yeah.
Based. Yeah.
I think that the idea of him impregnating all the women because he can't masturbate is a perfect surmise of how that show is. Like,
every episode in the first.
Where it's like they're taking this. They're taking this crazy
concept. Learns it's a sin to waste, so he drinks his urine. And he sells his urine.
That's awesome. Because like it's like I like the idea of they're gonna take this very weird rule and they're going to just expand on it in a very like dramatic way. Where they're
by the third season, we're looking at the characters as it goes there. I don't know. It's hard to describe. And it used to be like Moral does something goofy like that every week, and then by season 3, even season 2, it's more. There'll be episodes that don't focus on Moral. They'll focus on like the mom and her life. And
are his parents really sad?
Yeah. No. Yeah. It's everyone is sad. Everyone. The idea is he's like the only good one in that town.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because everyone else is like all like depressed and stuff.
All the adults, at least.
Actually, the one episode I walked down you watching is the one where they found the caveman monkey guy and turned him into like a religious, crazy, like right wing nut.
Because they find the missing link or whatever.
Yeah, that's what it was.
So they try to get him to they like convert him.
Yeah, he had like a talk radio show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually fucking awesome. It's a great show. I should watch all of that.
It's a very good show. And very short because 11 minutes. Is
Frankenhole also short as fuck?
Frankenhole's 2 seasons.
Okay.
It's about 10 episodes a season.
Okay.
Maybe there's 20 episodes.
Because I remember that came out.
Season 1's much better than season 2, though.
Okay.
Season 2, it's sort of trying to be like, hey, what if we were like more all? But it doesn't. It never goes there. Unfortunately.
The one episode I love of that show is where he realizes that he could just give himself a vagina.
Yeah.
He's like, women have no power over me. That's such a good one. He's such an asshole.
Great. It's a really good show.
What's that guy's name? The writer?
Dino Stamatopoulos.
Yeah, Dino.
I don't know the last name. Something Dino. Like that. Look it up. It's funny.
I think he might be one of the only animators with the name Dino, so he's pretty...
I think it's Dino.
I think it's Dino.
It's D-I-N-O.
Yeah, I think it's
believe it's
Dino. I think so.
It's like, and then it's like a Greek last name.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah.
It's Opolis, I believe how it ends.
I think you're right, yeah.
Yeah, and he's done stuff.
He's a pretty funny dude.
Right.
Well, how about we wrap this up?
Yeah. Okay. Do the thing.
All right.
Well, you're gonna edit it, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna do that right now. I'm not gonna edit much because the only thing I do is when you went up to get water, really.
Yeah.
Because you were dying.
I don't know. They might be boring, but I don't know.
I don't know.
Or maybe all of it. I don't know. Just cut the whole thing. Release it. The 2-minute clip.
Yeah.
It's just the intro and the ending.
Well, then this would be... Oh, the dog's getting up too. So that was perfect timing.
Wow. Here we go.
But, yep. So this would be episode, I think, 7. It might be 6.
What are you going to do for your 10th episode?
I don't know.
Are you going to, like, celebrate it?
I mean, why?
Like, 10 episode?
Should I? Is that a thing people do?
10's like a landmark, right?
I guess in the...
I mean, here's the thing. Do you think you're going to make it to 100?
I would. I don't know.
Then you might as well just blow out on 10. You might as well just go big on 10.
Like, I enjoy doing this, but, like, no one seems to care. That makes sense?
I don't know.
But some people do.
I don't know how to advertise this?
I don't either. I have no idea.
And I don't know. Like, what episode? Is there, like, a great episode yet?
I don't know. The one that has, like, the most views is the one I first want to do with Mike. Mm-hmm. But I don't know if that was just because it was, like, the first one I put on Facebook.
That might have been it, yeah.
So, because, like, I know the more you post on Facebook, the more their algorithm sets you up to not...
I hate the Facebook algorithm, because I'll see something, I'll accidentally click out, I'm like, oh, I want to see that again, and never find it again. But if you post too much, you don't go to the top of someone's feed, because it's not like Twitter where it's, like, live, like, you see every post. I wish it was like Twitter.
Yeah. So, and then also, if you post infrequently, you'll literally get a notification, like, oh, hey, this guy finally posted again, and you can look at what they did. So, I don't know. So the more I post on it, I guess it's gonna. I guess I could make like a fan page that might fix it.
We need a gimmicky episode. Do an all musical episode.
I did an all Final Fantasy one. I don't know anything about musicals though.
No, like you sing.
Oh, okay.
No, like you do get some games. Get some games going.
Oh yeah.
Come up with some games.
Should I just start stealing from Tom Tuesday?
No, yeah, like that's what we'll do. We'll one truth, three it.
That'd be fun.
That's a good game. Or like
I just want to get one more set up.
What's like a game? I don't know.
I see.
What's like some other thing podcasts do?
I mean, the ones I listen to, it's just people talking.
It's people talking, yeah. I like they interview people.
Yeah.
But like even then, it's like a conversation.
Honestly, the ones I listen to a lot and I dislike is the ones where they have like clear segments where it's like, what did you do this week? Here's news. Here's emails.
I don't like that.
Because it makes me know it's coming to an end. Like, I don't know why.
I don't even care for that. I just don't.
I'm like, I guess they're done now.
If it's like a news kind of podcast, that's fine. Yeah. Like, essentially, a good segment would be like your opening, your news, the end.
That's basically
that's most podcasts, I think. Well, we didn't come with a topic today.
And I don't want to, though. I feel like we rolled on perfectly fine.
No, we don't need talking points, but I think, we would have talking points. We wouldn't bring them up. We'd trick the audience. Because they don't know.
They don't know what's in front of us.
I would imagine they are expecting...
They don't know there's nothing in front of us.
Any form of media you're watching, it's all fake.
Yeah.
Yeah, so why not... Why not this?
I mean, I guess I could come up with something. I have stuff... I write stuff down for myself.
Yeah.
If I want to do an episode... If no one was around or it was like, I just come and do an episode, like, I have stuff that, like...
But, I don't know. Like, if I had a fun story to tell, I don't. I probably do, but I can't think of one.
Yeah. Like they're making a Witcher TV show for Netflix.
I don't know what that is.
It's a book series. I have them down there.
Sure.
Video games as well. But
yeah. Is that like what your topic is?
No, I'd just be like, so this is happening and this is what I think about it.
I don't listen to as many podcasts as you, so I don't know what
Yeah, I just listen to all of them.
Podcasts.
They're all different. Everyone's got a little different thing. Like Joe Rogan's is literally just him hanging out.
Yeah.
Giant Bomb is the news
telling stories and like he want to know what happened a week ago.
Well, so like a couple of them, like Giant Bomb and Super Best Friends cast, they just have it where it's like they literally start with like, what'd you do in the last 7 days?
Yeah.
Like they'll go around the table and each person.
But that's what
it's cool. I like it.
Could you tell something? We went to McDonald's. This is true. We went to McDonald's the other day together.
That's what it was.
There was a goddamn lizard on a man.
A guy just walked in with a lizard.
It was weird.
That's what it was. That's the moment I was thinking of.
Super weird.
Well, we just went to Taco Bell today, and the fuck people brought in a cart.
That was weird. It was a shopping cart, and it had a Keurig in it, but like in the box. So I don't did they just buy it? I don't know.
But where would they have bought it? Target?
Yeah,
that's like a mile away.
I think they stole the shopping cart, but I don't know. But it wasn't a Target shopping cart. I don't know.
It looked like the nearest thing with a shopping cart was the price.
And they brought it in.
But they
left it in the middle and went up to order their food.
Yeah, they brought it into the store.
Just left it near like that table. I guess they were gonna
literally in the middle of the store.
Yeah, I guess they were gonna like eat it there because they left it by a table. Got their food, and we were gone before. I'm glad we left. Ordered honestly, because that was weird.
I mean, the guys that were there before us, the one guy had bones tattooed on his hand, like the hand bones.
That's neat, but
it was neat,
really weird.
But I'm like, I feel concerned for my safety with this man in the same room as me.
Yeah, like
who knows what he could pull?
I wouldn't pick that hitchhiker. Is what I'm getting. If you see that hand with a thumb,
yeah, that's a murderer.
That's a no. Yeah,
you're just a, chipper young Catholic boy.
That's what I'll dress up in a priest collar.
No one could possibly think you as a threat.
I'll have a rosary in the head, like the Jane Silent Bob thing where they get picked up by Carrie Fisher as a nun.
Right. And then
they try to blow
Carlin. Yeah, because George Carlin called them the rules of the road.
Hitchhiking.
Yeah.
That's a good concern of hitchhiking. Well, I think that's more if you get picked up by truck drivers, which I don't think I would go with.
Yeah, I don't know.
They're weird.
It's majority.
Also,
of
I would
white males.
rather have somebody sit. I'd rather in a real car.
Right. Yeah.
I think truck drivers are more likely to pick you up, though.
Is that true?
I don't know.
I feel like they get paid based on how long the car is running or something.
Truck drivers also
So they might not want to stop.
are gonna take you to places. More likely, because they have to.
Well, they have to go somewhere.
Go farther away and
Yeah.
versus if I did in front of our house, they'd be like, well, I'm going to like my job.
Well, see, that's the fun part about it though, is because you got to go. Like you don't want to take one thing.
The thing is, though,
bounce.
I know, but it would be like a 15-minute ride and then a 15-minute, and it might like loop me depending on the time of day.
Man, it's not gonna be easy.
No, I know. I gotta go to a
better.
better location. Probably gotta go nearest a highway.
Well, there's the fucking thing up here, the rest stop. Is that cheating?
I don't know. I would not pick somebody up if you have to be like, hey, can you drive me?
I ran into Dylan and Tara randomly at a rest stop once.
Did they say, hey, can you drive us?
No, well, their car was broken down, so like that would, if they asked, I may have, but I was going
You
to.
know them.
Yeah, I know them too. But like, yeah, I was just like walking around.
Also, they were like, hey, I'm trying to get to California.
And I saw Dylan was back turned looking at a sign. I'm like, that looks a lot like Dylan. Went into the bathroom, came out, and then Tara was like, it's fucking you. I'm like, it's fucking me. What are you guys doing here?
That was a while ago. I remember that.
It was, it was a long time ago. It was really weird.
Yeah.
Because like,
hitchhiking's weird.
if I hadn't bought a Monster and had to pee, I would never
drink Monster
all the fucking time.
That's
Ben,
really gross.
Is it gross?
Yeah.
They're so delicious.
You have a problem.
They're so delicious.
No, they're not.
Ben, I work.
I don't know. I've never had one.
There's multiple kinds.
I'm judging the brand.
Well, I mean, the people who are into the brand and get the tattoos and stuff are a little odd. Sure.
The tattoo. I saw a tattoo. It was,
on his chin, right?
Yeah.
It's fucking weird.
I love that.
But
you gotta go big. Do you think? I mean, do you think that guy got some free swag from Monster for doing it?
I would hope. I would fucking hope.
Otherwise, the guy that got like a Taco Bell tattoo, and Taco Bell's like, you can have some tacos. Like,
Taco Bell's pretty cool.
He made a weird commitment.
Taco Bell is doing the weddings now. They have a Taco Bell chapel.
Where?
Las Vegas.
And it's a Taco Bell and a chapel?
Mm-hmm.
Good for them.
You can get married there. First wedding was a contest to see who could get the first wedding there. And it's a guy who works at Giant Bomb.
Vegas, so like,
Yeah. So.
That's neat. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'll hitchhike to it.
You hitchhike to it and get married with the guy who brought you there.
With them, yeah.
With the truck driver that brought you there.
Yeah, have a truck drive.
And then wedding. Elvis can marry you at a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, and the Chihuahua would be the ring bearer. Okay.
All right.
All right.
So we're done here. Do you have anything that you'd like to plug? To the
if I'm ever hitchhiking,
the single-digit amount of people listening.
If I'm ever hitchhiking, you can pick me up.
All right, yeah. So if you're looking for a hitchhikey Ben's
I might be around. I don't know. We'll see how the life goes.
All right. I always forget to link my Twitter, but I'll just do it in the description. And does anyone really care?
You should get a Twitter for the show.
You're not wrong, but like,
do you not want that because you don't want to see how few people listen?
I don't know. I already know how few people listen. Like the last one was
YouTube.
Like, yeah, I know.
But who the hell's listening to it through YouTube?
Most of the people, I guess, because no one really uses SoundCloud. I thought people would because you could download to SoundCloud, but no one does. So I don't know.
I won't. I mean, I'm
just here to give options.
iTunes is the only place I do podcasts.
Literally the only place. If someone else I knew was making a podcast right now, I would not listen to them.
I think people who use Android might use SoundCloud.
They have Stitcher.
Oh, okay. Never mind them.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Like, I would just use iTunes. Because I didn't listen to the Pizza Party podcast until they put it on iTunes.
Yeah, same.
I was just like, I'm not.
What a weird podcast.
It's fucking so cringy.
Yeah. Well, we want the same fan base, though.
It's true.
I think our fan bases are gonna leak.
Well, I think the reason everyone likes them is because like they're just so cringy.
Okay, we'll talk about it off mic because I don't want to do it unless you want to edit. What was that thing about him being the uncle to this person?
Dude, I don't know what the fuck that was. I don't know what that was,
and it interests me so much.
It was so, I don't know why he did it in front of
the guy, like a real person,
a real fucking famous person in the industry.
Was the joke.
I think it was part of the joke, but like there's obviously a context because they were able to freak out about it.
Yeah, no.
So like I don't know.
I thought maybe it was. I don't know.
Because
I hate it when they have guests.
It's so awkward.
I hate it when they have guests.
They're so bad.
Have they ever had a big name? They had
He is in contact with Maxwell Adams a lot.
He would be a big get. The creator for Harvey Beaks.
Oh no shit. Yes, they did. I do remember that one actually. Yes, right.
This episode he just wrote Clarence or whatever.
He's the voice and writes for Clarence. Yeah.
So like he's not.
He's not the creator of it.
But
Although that
he's
guy,
the voice, so that's a pretty
that guy liked one of my tweets once.
The guy who did it?
The guy that was on that show?
That's cool.
Something Rothbell?
Yeah, that sounds about right. I don't know. Yeah, they've had guests. I don't know. That are names.
The reason I found it was on iTunes is because YMS was on there. And I was like, oh shit,
they've had him. They had I Hate Everything.
Oh, they did? I didn't see that one.
Like I Hate Everything. He has a podcast.
He does?
With like some other British people. I've listened to like one episode.
They're all British. Talk about British things.
Didn't love it.
I wish YMS had one. I could always use more of that guy in my life.
I want him to focus on his videos.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I mean, this takes literally 0 seconds every day.
Yeah, but this is crap. Like, think about... Like, look at...
What more would I have to do?
Let's be honest, the best podcast in terms of quality and effort is probably Tell 'em Steve Dave.
That's not true.
I think it is. The amount of effort they put into that.
What do they put into it? It's the games?
I mean, Walt, it's his life.
They hand it off to a guy in Ireland.
To edit. Which
is 99% of the work. He puts the music in, he puts the sounds in.
Because they're coming up with ideas, they come in with news. It's Brian's job, kind of.
Well, Ben, I have a real job.
That's true. Well, no, I wasn't saying that. I was saying, in terms of effort put in. I mean, they don't put it. Walt probably puts in the most effort now.
It's because they're just fucking jabronis. I don't know.
Yeah.
Bunch of jabronis. Shout outs to them. I'm going to call them out right here.
Yeah, I hope they listen.
They never listen.
I don't think.
I feel
Walt has never listened to a podcast. Brian just wouldn't.
Brian does listen to some, but he would listen to this. He would never.
He would never listen to this, and Quinn will never hear about this. No, so none of them will ever hear about this. Get him might be listening.
Fuck get him.
I like him.
Oh my god! Every once in a while, Walt just talks. I'm like, is this a real person? Is he putting on an act right now? I'm so confused. How do you think this?
You know what I love when Walt? There was one interview. I think it was maybe with Brian's brother. He's like, yeah. So I'm autistic now. I'm self-diagnosed.
I love that one.
Convinced him to that he has autism.
I fucking hate Get him.
I like Get him.
Because he does shit all the time. Although I do like it that Brian will always passive aggressively be like, oh, so you just do you just mention that you're smarter than everyone else in the room?
He talks about the IQ. Yeah. The episode with Brian's brother was really good.
I want him on the show more. He's awesome.
He did say, yeah.
I know he lives in California, so it'd be hard.
But he said he was gonna visit in the summer, so I hope he does it.
Because he was, I want the one where they have all of the main people there.
Yeah, because Quinn wasn't in that.
Yeah, he wasn't. He wasn't there. And then Get him wasn't there. And I just love Sunday Jeff. Sunday Jeff raps things that he's been doing, where he's rapping.
Yeah,
fucking professional.
They are funny. You know what? The Claymation movie came out.
Oh, it did?
You can buy that on. Have you gone to their website?
I've gone once because I considered buying you the hockey jersey.
No.
For a thing. Oh, it's merch table.
The new app. We'll see it after. It's a
new website?
It's a thing now, yeah.
Oh, is it really?
They put a lot of time and effort into this, so.
Oh, wow.
That was the big project for 2 years, maybe.
The website?
Yeah, it's sort of like an old-timey website.
They don't use Squarespace?
They don't. I don't know. Do we have ads?
No.
Do we have a closing ad?
No.
Squarespace.
Ben.
They have a thing.
Yeah, you know what? I listen to so many podcasts. I could probably do some of these ads by memory.
Yeah. Do you
I could probably do the MeUndies
snacks from stuff? Go eat Nature Box.
I could probably do the MeUndies one. It's made of sustainably sourced modal.
And it's designed in Los Angeles.
It is, I think, yeah. And then, how much more of this guy do?
You spend 90% of your time in your underwear.
It's true.
Something like that. And you spend 50% on a Casper mattress.
Yep. And
Sleeping, yeah.
You can buy matching underwear for both male and female. And then they have fun patterns, I think.
Yeah.
I think they change the patterns every month.
And Hulu Plus.
Hulu Plus fucking sucks now. Until recently, where it still had ads.
The only time I've ever used a podcast ad was Hulu Plus. Because instead of a week free, I got a month free. So, that's it. I paid.
They had a new service. I forget what it's called.
Did the trial.
Verve, I think it's called. Have you heard of this?
No, what is it?
It's basically you subscribe to Verve and then you have access to premium content of other services.
So it's illegal.
I have no idea how it works, but you can watch Crunchyroll Premium, Rooster Teeth First, all these things. Their first premium content by paying one thing. Unless you pay a lot for that thing.
There's a lot of new websites trying to do streaming.
It's the only thing. That is where you should be headed. Because why would you do anything else?
It's too tiny what they're doing, and it will never work.
Oh, they just stream one specific thing?
Yeah. Or what they have access to isn't a lot.
Yeah. You watch the Mr. Rogers thing on Twitch?
I watched like 10 minutes of it.
Yeah,
it was
kind of
neat.
cool.
It was like early episode.
I turned it on. It was in black and white still.
I saw it on Twitter. Someone posted like, just FYI, the first color Mr. Rogers episode is on Twitch right now. I'm like, oh, that's cool. He's really young. Mr. McFeely.
Is that the mailman?
Yeah, horrible at acting. And I looked into it. I'm like, is this a different Mr. McFeely? No, he's the same actor. So he learns how to act by the time I'm watching the show as a kid. Because, oh my God.
Do you know what
he's
era?
He's racing through his lines. He's trying. I think it started 60s.
No, that you started watching. Like was the show still on, or were you watching reruns when you were watching it?
I think it ended in like 2005.
Oh, shit. Okay.
He had a 9/11 episode.
I do remember that.
So, I mean, I want to say, I look it up. 2003, maybe.
Okay. So, yeah, you probably did
I watched it. I would have stopped around 2005.
About that time.
It was on in the morning, so once you start school, you can't really watch
Right, yeah, you can't. It's not meant for you.
It wasn't like a full, because after school was Zoom.
Zoom was dope.
Zoom, great one.
Right out of Boston. I've always wanted to find their studio and just like actually be like, holy shit.
Well, they rap about their P.O. box you could have written in.
You could apply.
I feel like I used to know the rap. There was like P.O. box, Boston. That's the only reason I know it's in Boston.
Yeah,
it's because they rapped it.
Yeah, as long as I know. The P.O. box is in Boston. But I now know that PBS is like a big thing out in Boston.
Yeah, the same company, well, I guess PBS, the same people made the Factory with Refreshment.
Yes, that's right.
There's another show I really liked.
You watched that, and
I watched that like when I was too old for that. It's a good show. I don't know. It's a good show.
Didn't they like go places to do games and stuff?
Yeah, it was a game show. It was really
But like they traveled to do like
they went to like
things.
Early seasons, which are the only ones I watched. I think I watched a later season. I don't think they went anywhere real. They went to like stuff around Boston, but they also went to like Florida.
They went to like historical events and stuff, or historical sites.
It was a sciencey show, but there was that episode they went to like the Plymouth Museum.
Right. Okay. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, and they went to like the Boston Science Museum.
And there were like clues hidden around the places they went.
Yeah, and like it's a game show that was the same contestants every episode.
Oh, that's right.
And then end of the season, the points were tallied up. The points didn't matter in the finale. The finale was they were just, what a weird idea for a show, especially in the 21st century. It sounds something that could maybe have worked back when TV no one gave a shit, and they're like, just have kids doing activities. That's what Zoom was.
Zoom was awesome. They did like science and
Zoom was
skits
like,
and stuff.
Here's a shit science project. Here's a recipe. Now we're gonna do a little play.
Yeah, Zoom was weird, but I watched Zoom all the fucking time.
What a weird set.
Yeah.
I hope it's still there. It isn't, because I'm pretty sure it's the same set.
It's just a big black room.
I think it's the Factory with Refreshment set.
Oh, right.
I think it's the same studio, yeah.
Right. Why would they have a different
I wonder what they're doing now.
The Zoom kids?
Yeah.
I wonder how many you could find on Twitter right now.
I want all of them.
I don't remember any of the names.
I think it was a show from like the 70s, so like...
No, Zoom was New Kids.
No, but I mean like...
Oh, it started
back
then? There were people who are way older than us who had watched Zoom, so yeah.
Yeah, what do you think the Zoom kids are doing?
I don't know.
You could probably get one on the show.
Probably. Yeah.
They were probably Boston locals too.
I think
but not too locally, because they weren't like, I can do it, but like Dunkin' Donuts, they weren't like Boston-y.
Southies.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe.
We could just go to... No, Boston's far away.
It's 3 hours. Same distance as you fucking hitchhike there.
I'm gonna hitchhike to the Zoom studio. Zoom.
Oh, Zoom. All right, now we're gonna seriously finish.
Come on in, Zuma.
That's not the theme song.
Yeah, it is.
Was it?
It's like, come on in, Zuma.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That was your play-out music. I did it for you.
All right, cool.
With a Zoom podcast.
With a Zoomcast every week.
A retrospective of the greatest show ever.
The greatest. Do you
think we could find episodes online? Probably not. I bet you they probably made... This season, they're probably like 300 episodes.
Oh, yeah. No, see, they probably filmed like 8 episodes a day.
I question the budget for that show.
I mean,
they were not paying those kids a lot. It's PBS, so no one's getting paid a lot, and there's no money put into that show.
No. They probably
made no money either.
They probably had like a Baby's First Experiments book, and then like a recipe book, and then
people wrote in.
Oh.
Suggestions. So, like, Zoom didn't care.
So, eventually, the show just wrote itself.
Yeah. For kids, by kids. I think that was the slogan.
Oh, I thought, okay. Yeah.
So they kind of made it seem like the kids wrote the show.
Yeah.
Kind of like, okay, we're going to go off.
All right. Zoomcast out.
Boom.